intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force apart. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your app. The fucking link is in the chat. That's
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's covered, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your soap? Because I need something to clean these titty props. My job is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come on. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen B with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed!
Oh my god, exposed!
Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Did they get that Dugan? That shit crying for the shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Well, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your email. What the hell is wrong with people?
Right?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Motherfucker killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Alright.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, your dog is.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. I'm like, it's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing on this fine Friday night? It's been crazy over here. We've had a busy damn day and a busy damn night. So I'm not sure how long we're going to be on here tonight. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely got some shit to talk. That's for sure. I see we got somebody over here triggered as hell. She's over here making community posts and community tabs. Talking about she's going to call my lawyer and send my lawyer a cease and desist for old Sonya. Well, Betty, it don't work like that. And you know it don't work like that. And I don't know why you're out here trying to pump these people up. Talking about you're going to pay. You'll pay for them to file a lawsuit. Betty, first of all, normal people don't just be filing lawsuits because they got their feelings hurt on the internet. Secondly, people do not like their fucking situations on blast. I think you're probably about the only one that likes to do this kind of stupid shit to people. I highly doubt Sonya wants to go through all this bullshit. I mean, if she does, she does, but I highly doubt she does. I mean, normal people do not like to deal with this kind of stupid shit. Secondly, I hear Seth is out here sending out cease and desist, huh? So he sent one to Clue. And JLR got an email from the grandma. So Seth's mom, Robin. So JLR got an email from Robin. And Seth sent a cease and desist to Cluminati today. She was live about it. Right, it's C&D season, y'all. You get a C&D. You get a C&D, which they really ain't shit. Honestly, they're not. I mean, it's really a piece of paper. Seth turned into Oprah this weekend. Man, let me tell you something. I didn't see proof of anybody else getting one. I don't know if anybody else got one. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of it, but that's not to say they didn't. I don't know. This is about ridiculous, though. Why would you send out a cease and desist when people are looking for your missing child? What the fuck is going on? I mean, honestly, is that fair to Sebastian for you to say, oh, you know what? You hurt my feelings. You said something I didn't like. So you can't, talk about my missing child. What's up, B-Tim?
Hey, what's up? What's up? A little late.
Oh, not too much. Kind of beside myself that Seth even did this kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I don't know what he was thinking. I saw the cease and desist. I saw the SF investigates. I think he printed out a copy. I saw one shown.
Now, see, somebody said T-Rev's girlfriend got one, but I didn't see any proof of that. And he knows you got to come with receipts. So does Michaela. So when they show proof of it, I'll believe it.
I seen it on Clue, and I seen it on SF investigates the copy.
Now I did see SF investigates. He went hard as fuck. Here we'll go to his Twitter right now because he really went hard on there.
I just find it interesting that it seems odd. I get you're like, okay, maybe don't talk about myself, Seth, but why would he say don't talk about my missing kid? You would think that would be something to be okay, whatever, you get to keep on talking about my missing kid. Because I remember when we talked to Chris, he was like, as long as Sebastian's name out there, I don't mind. I don't want it to just go down, but why is Seth not wanting anyone talk about Sebastian? That seems a little odd. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either.
Honestly. I get you don't want to be defamed. I get it. There's some people that are kind of, I saw Dolly's live and I saw a couple of lives, but I
did see Dolly doing some dumbass shit, saying that that he had something to do with it or whatever.
Yeah, but I get that, but I'm just, that's odd. So what does it say here? You want to read that or you want me to read it?
Yeah, it says TikTok Tony, the crane parts salesman who decided to dive headfirst into an empty swimming pool of true crime, along with Seth Rogers, is sending out cease and desist letters claiming nobody can use Sebastian Rogers' name or give updates on the search efforts. I'm not sure what unqualified attorney he found to sign these empty threats that have no legal basis. When law enforcement initiates a public missing persons case, it's a call to the public for help. Even if it weren't, there is no legal basis to forbid anyone from using a person's name if you are not defaming them, and the truth is not defamation, no matter how horrible the details are. As desperate as a misguided cease and desist letter is aligning with Bullhorn Betty is sheer desperation. From the start, I have said Seth is more interested in being perceived as a public figure than collecting donations than he is in finding his son. In my opinion, he is not over Katie. He is still obsessed with her and is using Sebastian's disappearance as a platform for revenge. This peaked with his near attempt to release the DCFS documents on Pascal's show, which is absolutely true. Look at what this has. Look, that's absolutely true. Let's take a second right here.
Yeah.
Because that's absolutely true. He knew he had damn near 9,000 people sitting in there waiting for those salacious ass fucking details of a goddamn CPS report of his child.
Yeah. And he had to be, I think when he realized he couldn't do that by SF Investigates, then they stopped. And it seemed like Pascal was not too happy about that. He was like, oh, fuck.
No, I bet he wasn't.
He was like, oh, fuck. I told everyone I was going to release this salacious details about an underage kid, and now I can't. Oh fuck! What am I to tell these 9,000 people? But just so ridiculous. I don't understand his thought process. I think even JLR says he got a typewritten by email. I'm not sure if that's true. You know what I mean? Like, it's an email.
Yeah,
but-
he said he got an email from the grandma, which is Robin.
Yeah.
And she said, do not use my post or my name anymore.
Which is like, good luck with that. That's like, you know, he does the opposite. Like, usually when you go at him like that, he's like,
JLR
okay.
was like, no, I really just cannot believe she even did this.
Yeah. Yeah, like I even know, like, you don't do that with JLR. He's like, usually, like, the more you go at him, the more likely he's gonna talk shit. Like,
Oh, hold on one sec. Rowena gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you for supporting the hive, love. And Brianna said, I don't know what he wants people to stop talking about, but whatever it is, he's Streisanding himself. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I mean, sending a cease and desist to YouTubers does almost, especially a bunch of YouTubers, does almost nothing, but like allows people to talk about it, basically. Because at the end of the day, like, is Seth planning on suing like 10 different YouTubers for what? What's your claim? Do you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw at just to lose in court completely and utterly? I mean, what's your claim against Clue?
Right.
None.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Really, it is. Hey, Voices, what's up?
Well, I was watching another channel today, and it seems not only are cease and desists going out, but there's decease and desists going out.
Well, you know, words are hard for Dolly. You know, it's tough for that guy. It's very tough for him.
Deceases are going out. Yes.
Seesaw at the sea, whatever the hell that saying is, whatever. Well, that's fireworks. If you hear that explosion. Anyway, just in case someone hears.
Did you really move to a third world country? Because I mean, did you relocate on us?
Yeah, it's been a trying.
Assistant detox.
Assistant detox. Yeah, the power been out for 2 hours today.
Well, it's not my birthday, baby. It's my little one's birthday. But thank you. I
happy
appreciate
birthday.
that. Yeah, we had her party, so that's why I wasn't on here earlier. But let me
Yeah.
tell you, when I heard about this bullshit, I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Oh look, it says beat him skedaddle.
Oh, Jesus. Don't jinx me. The power might go off again like it did already. It went off for 2 hours straight.
Look, this says beat him skedaddle. I'm still shocked that he was so aggressively taunting the CPS stuff when he had been investigated for the same, and in my opinion, worse type of behavior. Absolutely, shit, he was. I think his is way worse. Said when he picked, in that report, it says he picked Seth up with both hands. Seth picked Sebastian up with both of his hands and dropped him to the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
and he was so worried about him, no contact sports, because if he bumps his head, like,
right.
Oh my God, how awful is that?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Okay, so I've heard now. Like Clue showed her proof. I don't doubt her for a moment. I don't know what. I imagine JLR probably got an email asking him.
I believe that. I believe he did.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So I've also heard that CJ got one. T-Rev got one.
I heard that, but I haven't seen it. And
right.
And then they said T-Rev's girlfriend.
Honestly,
T-Rev's girlfriend would get one unless she was talking about Seth and their relationship.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure about T-Rev. I think T-Rev is like very sketchy to me. Like he like that piece of shit Smoke, who's a skimp, doxed Clue in his direction. Yeah, in my opinion, in his direction as retaliation for showing that Facebook image of the house. And the only way, like, Clue believes that the way he got that information was from Seth.
I believe that.
So,
I truly believe that.
So I mean, like, I think he might be bullshitting. He better show that letter. If he says, I mean, he's making a lot of fucking allegations, you better show you that damn letter, T-Rev, to the fucking audience, because I don't trust one word you say. I trust JLR more than I trust
I think T-Rev is sketchy.
Yeah.
Well, somebody just said in here, per Trisha from Web Sleuths, Chloe the PI got one.
Oh wait, look, Chica just said T-Rev and Mag just posted it on Twitter.
All right, let's see this. I'm gonna look at Twitter for a second.
T-Rev's girlfriend got one the 29th. He showed it last night. They showed the letter. Okay. Michaela's email. Oh, so Michaela got an email. She didn't get a letter then. She got an email.
No, I'm not gonna believe it unless I see the letter. I'm sorry. Did he show the letter?
They said they posted on Twitter, so let's go take a peek.
I don't see it. I'm on his
Okay,
Twitter right now. I don't see it. T-Rev757, is that it?
I'm guessing so. That's what Chica just said on here. Chica, who you talking about, baby? Because she said right here, Trev and Mag just posted on Twitter. So I'm guessing maybe Magnolia, and she's talking about T-Rev, like not T-Rev, Trevor, like Trev.
Oh, like Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee, you mean?
Yeah, maybe that's who she's talking about. Maybe she's not talking about the...
Yeah, I don't know what his Twitter is, that guy. I have no clue what that guy's Twitter is.
And this is why. I mean, in one respect, it's wild.
Who Mags is? Who's
I bet it's Magnolia.
Okay.
Yeah, Magnolia.
Magnolia's JLR's got me blocked 10 ways to Sunday. I can't see shit.
I'll check JLR. I'm not blocked. I don't say anything.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody else has to check it and screenshot it to me.
Okay, so... Oh, man. That's a beautiful sunset. So, in one respect, I don't blame this family for sending these out to YouTubers, but in this other respect,
probably Shay.
I am not surprised because it seems like everyone that they've fallen out with, now they've hit him with a cease and desist.
Look at what this has disintegrated into since Tony inserted himself. Although it's heartbreaking to watch, at least this appears to be the breaking point. People serious about finding Sebastian are distancing themselves from Seth and focusing solely on the search for Sebastian, keeping Seth and Tony completely out of the loop, just as law enforcement did to Seth 2 months ago. It's time for everyone to ignore and shut out Seth and Tony and only focus solely on searching for Sebastian, which is still happening. Keeping Seth and Tony uninformed so they cannot further ruin those efforts. I have a serious question for anyone close to the Caleb Harris case. Is his family still using Tony as their media person? Has Tony helped their case?
The answer is no. I don't think he's been helped at full. I think he's been net negative for this case, and I'm assuming that he might be net negative in the other case. I think the Twitter space that he does is the worst panel I've ever listened to in my entire fucking life.
Well, this is wild. The letters say that neither Seth or Sebastian's name can be used, and to cease all dissemination of information pertaining to Sebastian being missing or the search to find him. When he fired his legit team, he said it was because he wanted anyone with eyeballs to be able to work on the case. Now, nobody can even mention Sebastian or that he is missing. I've never seen this one before.
Yeah, I mean, like, they got this shitty TikTok space where you got, like, you're hearing more of a crying baby than actual facts about the case. They're just talking randomly. I can't even listen to it. I almost fall asleep. Once in a while, the only thing that keeps me aware that they're talking is counting the absolutely. And it's like the worst. There's no new information, that guy. He's just milking that name, Sebastian Army, just so he can get these boring ass friends to just get random views to just talk about anything. I mean, holy fuck. You got the father. Someone gave this father advice about sending cease and desist to YouTubers, thinking that's a brilliant idea. No, that's a terrible idea. Because number one, it's just going to be news. It's going to be something to talk about, but you're not going to be able to sue all these YouTube. Do you think you're going to be able to sue T-Rev, JLR, Cluminati, Trevor Lee, Magnolia? I mean, are you for what? They're not defaming you. They're not defaming you. I mean, like, maybe like if they said like, oh, maybe you had something to do with it, you know, they're speculating on that, but that'd be such a tough fucking argument in court. And the amount of money you'd have to file for this shit would be like, good luck. Try hiring a lawyer in another state while trying to get depositions going and stuff like that. Well, good luck with that. That's not cheap. You barely can afford gas. You said you spent $25,000 on gas. I don't know. What? Okay, bro.
Wait. He said he had a little of that left. We don't know how much a little is, but and he said it was for his living and his expenses and his bills. So we can't just say it was only on fuel.
Okay. Thank you for the correction. No, Jesus Christ, with the fireworks. Who does fireworks at 11 o'clock at night? Fucking swear to God.
Me? Hush. Leave him alone.
Yeah, that's because
Let
you
him
live
blow
in the
shit
middle.
up.
Yeah, but that's because you live in the middle of nowhere. I live in a city where, like, you're not
Hey,
supposed to
they're having
fireworks.
fun. Leave the little pyros alone. Just
No,
enjoy your
no
time with your
fun.
friends.
No fun for these people.
Oh my gosh, be Tim. You're gonna have to come out west, buddy. You're getting a little too angry.
No fun for these people. They should have
Okay.
done the fireworks 5 hours
So listen, they wouldn't have been able to see them, buddy. It was still light out. You need to see fireworks are best when viewed at dark.
That's their problem, not a my problem. They make it a my problem when I have to hear explosions at fucking 11 o'clock at night.
Are you the same person that turns their light off on Halloween so the kids, the trick-or-treaters, don't come by? Guilty as charged. Motherfucker. You are such an asshole. Sorry. Dude, there's been times that I've had to do the same because I may or may not have eaten all of the Halloween candy.
Listen, children don't actually come to neighborhood. Usually it's adults. And I don't want to see like some 30-year-old person coming to us for free candy. Okay, no. If you're over the age of 15, that's a no. Get the hell out of here. I swear to God.
Oh, you're so mean. Okay. So listen, I had to deal with a situation similar to this during Katie Ferguson's initial getting everything set out. We started with her mom, and then and one of her sisters, and then other family members got involved. And then when they saw that there was this big influx of money that they could get through the GoFundMe's and by doing Nancy Grace and all of the news stuff and all of that, and then there was misappropriation wanting to happen, like money that was raised for one thing with stated purposes of searching and all of that, then being used for other things. And that's a conflict of interest. And so I bounced and I started working with the other side of the family. Originally, I was working with both sides. And then I had to cut and move with the other side because I wasn't okay with the way things were being set up with the finances, right?
Now, what do you think of Burnt Toast's comment?
I didn't see what is it? Sorry, I didn't see it.
It says, funny how all these channels that BHP was upset with are now getting cease and desist, telling them they can't stream about the case anymore while she's streaming about the case 4 times a day, gloating about it.
That's so spot on. That is so spot on. I can't say anything else. That is 100% spot on.
Yeah, it seems like it's very odd. First off, like anyone can talk about Sebastian. You can't tell people to stop talking about a missing child. Sorry, sir. You can't do nothing. Now you can ask them not to speculate about you and say that you had anything to do with it. I can understand that. I mean, I get it. That's fine. Good luck with that, though. I mean, it's called the internet. They're going to do that, unfortunately. You were the one that came here and fucking threw all the speculation at Chris and Katie, with your fucking ridiculous statements about these people and how you basically sent a mob. But as soon as the mob turned on you, you're sending cease and desist to people. Surprise, surprise. I wonder who told you not to go and work with these fucking people and actually, don't let these people in. Oh, it was me. It was me and a bunch of other people that saw this happening. And now you're like literally got some idiot fucking guy named Tony Mathis on TikTok Spaces, the most boring panel I have ever listened to in my entire fucking life. And it doesn't even there's no information, barely anything, speculation galore, no fucking facts to it. I mean, so the guy doesn't even know the facts of the fucking case he's supposed to be the PR person for. It's just terrible. It's terrible. And you got that guy representing you, and you got BHB, and she's decided to go to war with everyone. Congratulations. You really did a great job. And now you're sending cease and desist to a bunch of people to stop talking about your missing child. That's not going to look bad. I mean, Tony, that's, you know what I mean? You're really doing great as a PR person. I mean, it's not like that would have looked bad as a PR situation. Father of missing child sends cease and desist to YouTubers to stop talking about his missing child.
I think if he hadn't already gone on a YouTube tour and been on many of those same people's channels, I think it probably would, it wouldn't look as bad, right? Like if Kylie Rodney's mom could have gotten ahead of some of the stuff that happened by doing that. But this seems like it's a little too late, and it almost seems as if it is an attempt to shut down people that were brought in at the beginning. And it makes me wonder, is Pascal going to get a cease and desist? Because it seems like after that meeting... Go ahead.
No, you continue your thought. I'm sorry.
Well, if after that meeting, then it just seems like then everybody made a public statement, pulled back, and then 2 weeks later, now they're throwing out cease and desist left, right, and center after realigning with their team again.
I think Pascal realized, like, okay, man, I mean, after meeting that person, I think he just said, okay, I'm getting out of this, because I think he saw the writing on the wall. I think he said to himself, let me get the fuck out of this mess before it gets...
Well, and I mean, that should say something right there, right? That should be a big indicator.
Yeah, that should be a big indicator. He got the hell out of that case.
All right, so here's a copy. Here's a copy of one of the cease and desist letters that Seth Rogers is sending out through an unethical lawyer, Tara Carter, who can't cite any authority to back her outrageous demands. This woman should be sanctioned. A missing persons case is a public outreach for help from the public. Let's see here. Outreach to help from law enforcement. To this day, TBI is still asking the public to share Sebastian Rogers' name and photos. Sebastian Rogers isn't even the primary residential. Seth Rogers isn't even the primary residential parent, but is making these decisions. Is this with the permission of Katie Proudfoot? I am certain it is not. In my opinion, Seth Rogers is running a scam by begging for donations that he doesn't even use for the benefit of finding Sebastian Rogers. Everyone in Seth Rogers' group now seems firmly rooted in criminal behavior, in my opinion, of course. My correct opinion, lawyer, spokesperson, and Seth himself, what an outrage using your own son as a hustle. Is it any wonder Sebastian was scared and stressed out about the possibility of going to live with you, Seth? Seth, who was going to have to leave a 15-year-old autistic boy whom Seth himself claims is not self-sufficient, home alone while he worked 12-hour shifts and make him homeschool, so poor Sebastian would never leave the house to interact with people. Of course, Sebastian was fearful of that. And Seth, was there a physical incident with Sebastian about 2 weeks before he went missing? Care to discuss that? This is a disgrace. Let's see here. You're unable to view this post.
I can show it to you, the cease and desist, or I can put it on. I sent it in the back. If you want, I can do a share screen. I have the cease.
Yeah, share it because I can't put it. It won't let me put it up. So go ahead if you got it, because for some reason it says I can't. So
here's the cease and desist. I got it on the back. It says here. It's a little bit small, but I'll read it. It's from Tara Carter. It says, "Dear Miss Smith, please be advised that I represent Seth Rogers. Please let this letter serve as a formal notice to cease and desist any and all activity of dissemination of information pertaining to Sebastian Rogers and or Seth Rogers. Specifically, any and all information surrounding the disappearance and efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers. My client has been informed you are engaging in such behavior without his express written or oral consent. If you have obtained any documents, recordings, or other information pertaining to the disappearance and or efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers, you have obtained said information without the consent of Seth Rogers. You do not have consent or authority from Seth Rogers to use his or Sebastian Rogers' name, likeness, or any information required by you or your agents. Please note that all activities regarding dissemination of said information will be reported to the proper authorities if required by law. Continued activities, as previously stated, will result in Mr. Rogers exploring any and all legal remedies to which he is entitled. And this was created on Wednesday, May 29th, this year.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, I just find it very interesting, wasn't it? Let me see something. That's a little interesting. Suddenly you start working with BHB and suddenly cease and desist are coming out. First off, it's not a criminal activity to actually talk about a missing child. So I don't know what authorities you're going to tell them about. Mike, you're going to call up the police and be like, 911, there's a YouTube channel that is reporting on my missing child and actually giving facts and information about possibly trying to find my missing child. They also raised money for billboards and put out posters and flyers. And then what do you think the police officer is going to say? Oh, my God, we'll send someone over immediately. Let's get the judge to sign this warrant for arrest. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you stupid? I mean, civil matters. What is your civil matter? Okay, you can't sue someone for talking about your missing child and saying, hey, here's some information about your missing child. You can't really sue anyone for reporting on the stupidity that you have been doing on YouTube. That's called fair use. Anyone can comment about your stupidity. Now, if someone states as a matter of fact that you were some sort of like kidnapper or something, that is a defamation that you could pursue. But good luck with that, because that's going to cost you tons of money. And you're going to have to sue like fucking 14 different channels. But you know, good luck with that. That's not going to be an issue, right? It's just so stupid. And the whole thing like here that got to me, I was like sitting here, I was like, it says here, let me see. If you have obtained any documents, recordings, or any information pertaining to the disappearance and or efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers, you have obtained information with the consent. Like, why would you, if someone obtained information about your missing child, why do you care if they got consent or not? And they're able to, like, I don't get the thought process behind that. That I don't even, this is just gibberish. This whole letter is gibberish. It's just so stupid. Whoever the lawyer is that wrote this letter, I don't know what you were thinking this was a good idea. I think this was a very dumb idea. I think you should have informed your client that this is tantamount of just fucking throwing gasoline on the fire and does nothing, because you're not going to sue all these YouTube lawyers. You're going to sue Cluminati. You're going to sue JLR. Oh, good luck with that one. I'm sure the guy who has over 3,000 civil lawsuits is not going to be able to be prepared for a lawsuit to be pro se against for himself. I'm sure he's going to be just flabbergasted to receive a lawsuit from from Seth. I'm sure he's going to be surprised. You're going to sue SF Investigate. You're going to sue us. You're going to sue how many people you plan on suing? Because you're going to need a bigger GoFundMe. You're going to need like $200,000, $500,000. Maybe this is the next thing.
Well, let me help out anybody out that's looking to sue me. It's not going to work. My YouTube channel doesn't make money, and my Cricket has a lien on it, and my Jeep died Tuesday. So unless you want a really heavy paperweight with over 300,000 miles on it, let's just not even play with me, because no, it's not going to work. My house is not even mine. So I don't know.
I don't know. This is fucking wild to me. Jen said absolutely. 1999 super sticker. And then Ellen says use where you want. Sorry, this is all happening. So many are behind you to the very end. Thank you, Ellen Pickle. I appreciate that, love. Thank you very, very much.
I think this is Seth's attempt to extend the drama so he stays relevant on YouTube. Hate watching his lucrative, and he knows. Honestly, though, Flutters, I don't think so. I think this is insanity and stupidity at its grandest. I have never seen someone do something so stupid on a missing persons case. Like, this is just really stupid, because you're just going to get the negative attention from a lot of these YouTube channels. They're now going to look at you like, okay, why does Seth not want people to find his missing child? That's what they're saying. Why does he want to stop YouTube channels from like spreading awareness of his missing child? Some of them are going to say, why does he not want his kid found? Some of them are going to say that. Some of them would be like, what the hell is he thinking? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't. And, you know, and it's really not enforceable because you're going to have to spend money on this stuff, man. It's going to cost you lots of money. And you're broke as a joke right now. I mean, you said you had to raise GoFundMe to have living expenses of $25,000, and you had your PayPal link and all that stuff. And you think you're gonna be able to afford like $50,000 to sue $50,000 to sue JLR, $50,000 to sue Kalulani, $50,000 to sue like, okay, good luck with that. Chris Medina wants to help. Well, good luck with that, Rob. Good luck with that. I'm sure everyone he's helped did a fantastic job. He's done a fantastic job. So he can spend money on this crap, but not on the billboard. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know why. I thought the billboard was actually a pretty good idea. I didn't know you can actually do that. That's actually a pretty good idea, actually. I'm surprised. I mean, it's a good idea. But I'm surprised that, like, Seth's not like, okay, I'm going to create my own billboard. I'm going to do exactly what they're doing with my son. And just simple as that. I don't know, man. I mean, at this point, like, award would be nice, but the chances of him making an award is 0. Okay, the guy's telling people to send checks by mail to a lawyer that, without him setting up, and he's talking about how hard it is and everything. It's never going to happen. He's going to set up. I don't think it's ever going to happen where he's going to set up an award fund to find his son. He doesn't even want to set up a billboard that some random lady on YouTube did for her son. For his son. I mean, come on. It's exactly what I'm thinking. Seth lost attention, so he's ordered to get back him, and Tim Tom pull some jackass move. It could be a disastrous move like that, Tracy, but I don't see it as a very smart move. I think it's a very dumbass move, actually. And it's like, what lawyer would advise their client to do this? It's just so stupid. I don't know clue, but what she's doing to help with billboards is amazing. That's ridiculous to send her a cease and desist. I mean, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, what gets to me with Seth is that you joined the mob to basically spread conspiracy theories about, like, Chris's parents in Alaska, in a Native American tribe, trying to, like, hide Sebastian in the Native American reservation. Sorry, Toast. Reservation, if I'm saying it wrong. Making this ridiculous theory, like the ridiculous conspiracy theory you stated on Web Sleuth, basically asking that question. You've spread so many fucking false rumors and such bullshit. You joined the mob to go after your ex-wife. You talked more about your divorce than your actual son at times, which is wild to me. Like, you divorced this lady like 8 years ago, and you are still angry about it. Like, calm. I get it, but sir, your son is missing. I don't think it's a good time and place to talk about your divorce. Okay. It's just fucking weird, man. I've never seen a missing case like this, man. I've never seen one. Just crazy. And Voices is just wondering, contemplating.
No, at this point, I was looking for other things that I could put liens on. I see the Retro and Michelle and Dawn are all in here. I can get them to sign some lien paperwork to make sure that, like, my dishwasher and my microwave and my Keurig don't get taken. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, again, my problem with this is that it's happening now after he's gone on his tour. And it seems like this is being done as an attempt to keep people from talking about what they may have learned from him, right? Like, we heard the allegation about the straw purchase, so to speak. And then, bam, somebody's girlfriend gets a C&D, right?
Yeah, I mean,
my problem is though it's happening after Seth made the mess. Like,
yeah,
and made a mess out of it, and has done nothing but violate Sebastian's privacy, violate Katie's privacy, violate Chris's privacy, kick everybody that was legitimate off, push them all away. And now my only thing is, like, Seth, why? Go get off of this, get away from it, get into some therapy, go talk to your pastor, your priest, a therapist. Hell, do talk space. You can do it from your phone. Sit in your truck while you're taking breaks from searching or scoping out locations to search. But you've made it into a circus, and now you're essentially sending out pieces of paper to make people stop talking about it. That's so wild to me.
Yeah.
And
that
listen,
is wild.
I want to stay on the side of, I mean, there's been we've all thought some things. Thinking it is one thing, then going out and verbalizing it, or holding a panel and letting others verbalize left, right, and center. I mean, those are two different things in my book. So you can't copyright an Amber Alert. No, you can't really copyright an Amber Alert.
Yeah, that'll be the next step. Let me send a cease and desist to Amber Alert.
Well, and he has to remember, Sebastian has a mother also, and she has a say in all of this as well.
Well, not according to him. I mean, like he you know,
you can say that, but there's court paperwork that says otherwise. And the person that promotes, I'm sure she can probably lay her hands on stuff, as well as I'm pretty sure that they have looked at it. You know
what I found interesting though? What? Very interesting. That Mr. Dolly Vision didn't get a cease and desist.
Yeah, it's
interesting. And he was literally throwing a conspiracy that somehow he's working with prisoners to possibly help him kidnap his son. And
I know his thumbnail last night was "Kidnap for Hire."
Like, that's an interesting thing. And do you know who really is who's not mad at Dolly right now?
Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying, who's not mad at her? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, everyone that basically BHB is mad at got a cease and desist. I think that's very interesting. But everyone that she's not mad at did not get a cease and desist. That's a very interesting thought process.
So, like, just the coincidental part of it.
It's a very coincidental. I'm just, tinfoil hat theory. This is just my opinion. I'm just speculating. I don't know for a fact. This is this is speculation, opinion. I don't know. But it's just a very obvious thing. I mean, for my opinion, it's just my opinion. And my opinions are
Cheesy, you're up here.
What's up, Cheesy?
Hi. I think they're trying to get... I think Tony's working on getting a show or something, and he doesn't want anybody make Seth looking bad for that show. You know what I mean?
Oh, he did say John Walsh. He did say that, Cheesy.
But why didn't he send one to Mr. Dolly Vision?
Dude, Tony said he has a stack of 25 more to go out.
Interesting.
And I believe what you're saying, B. Tim, but I also think it has to do with a show too.
Like, let's be real. I mean, you got Dolly Vision literally, accusing him of working with a prisoner to help him facilitate a crime.
Let's stop and think. Who tried to do a reality show with Quentin Simon?
That is true. We saw it. By the way, yes, BHB and Olivia and Molly were trying to pitch a reality true crime channel, like true crime show.
And
so she's probably talking Tony up to a show.
Well, and two of those have already been on their own little.
And the people she don't like aren't getting, or the people that she likes aren't getting cease and desist. But think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could be wrong. It's my opinion.
I think there's a possibility because, unfortunately, these types, I can just picture in my mind how they would spin it in a show like One Man's
You
Quest.
see this in the back here? It says, Burnt's House, member 1 year. It says, funny how all of these channels that BHB was upset with are now getting C&Ds telling them they can't stream about the case anymore while she is streaming about the case 4 times a day, gloating about it.
Yeah, I put that there.
Seems pretty fucking sus to me.
Yeah, it's very odd. And that Dolly Vision, who's very friendly, who's a friend of the show with Betty, did not get the cease and desist.
But I think it's both. I think she's talking Tony up to do the reality show, and then she's also talking him up to who to try to take down.
Yeah, and I'm just
I just thought of another thing that's similar to that, Cheesy. So it turns out that Julia actually isn't doing the searching. Max has a handler, and Max's handler is the one doing the searching with Max. And then Julia asks him questions and then comes back here.
Oh.
So my initial gut instinct, as well as having my person who actually does do canines and the canine PI lady take a listen to her, yeah, they all called bullshit from jump. She might look good on paper, but in real life, she a shit show. In my opinion.
YouTube News Clip says something interesting. It says Tony is having that crazy Tim Mullen guy from Summer Wells case, and I don't know what the fuck is going on in this case. Who is Tim Mullen?
Tim Mullen is the PR guy for the Wells.
Summer Wells, yeah, but check this out. Did you just see what the fuck just came up on the screen? Look at that.
Okay, it says Chloe received a cease and desist. The person who searches day after day without being paid received a cease and desist. So that tells us everything we need to know about Seth and his team. That's crazy because
Chloe received a cease and desist. Are you fucking kidding me?
She doesn't like Chloe because Chloe was involved with SF Investigates and Jennifer in that Layla Santinello.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. A cease and desist to stop searching for your son? Like literally searching, like the lady is literally out there.
Do they see the optics in this? Do they see the object? Does Seth and his team see the optics of this? You are telling searchers that have been out there without pay for over 100 days to stop looking for your son.
Oh my God. What the? Oh my God. Tony Mathis, you are the worst PR person I have ever heard of in my life. I thought the Valdez guy, PR person, was bad. The Uvalde Valdez guy was bad. No, you are worse than that person. You are significantly worse. I think you are the worst PR person I have ever heard of in this entire thing. I mean, now you're telling him to send a cease and desist to the person searching?
Is Terry Lynn going to get one?
I don't know. I was going to say she just goes and searches the same fucking parking lots walking in circles. So I really don't know what the fuck she's going to get.
No, who should send her a cease and desist? The 7-Eleven to get her out of the fucking
parking lot. I was going to say, shit, you're going to have to send her one to the 7-Eleven to get her out of this fucking parking lot because she sits in the same one and searches the same fucking woods day after day for the last 3 months.
Cease and desist, get the fuck out of our parking lot.
But isn't it weird that she searches the same fucking area over and over and over again every fucking day and sits in the parking lots every day, and he's like, oh, if you can just drop him off at a parking lot.
Yep.
Right.
What is that?
Drop off at a gas station. She sits at a damn 7-Eleven in the parking lot.
Right.
That would be quite wild if that did happen. I'd be like, oh my God, the conspiracy theory is correct. And this thing does happen. I'd be like shocked, actually. If that happened, if like Sebastian just suddenly showed up with Terry Lynn finding him in the parking lot, I'd be like, okay, this is.
Oh, Robin Rogers. Yeah. Robin Rogers and Terry are besties.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
I would imagine it won't be long and you'll be getting your cease and desist, Queen.
Oh, I'm sure. I probably got one on the way already.
Yeah, I know. Just say the bird ate it. Say the bird ate your cease and desist. We never received it. Kiwi likes to eat letters, I heard. Loves those letters. Just eats them and turns them into a nest.
Like I would too, Mama Pie. Mama Pie. I would absolutely want to know what TBI thinks about all this. This is fucking weirdo bullshit, yo.
Then it makes you realize who's pulling all the puppet strings now, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's just that seems like the pot is getting smaller and smaller, and they want to make sure they pick the people to kind of cover the case because there's so many people, like, you know, and then, you know, it just seems wild to me. And no offense, I think Cleomati actually has permission from the mother. And I'm sorry, Seth, but you don't supersede
and verbal.
Yeah, you don't supersede the other parent. The other parent has equal rights to their kid as you do. So I think you're full of shit.
I would never bother Chris and Katie with this, but it would be nice if they put a cease and desist on Seth.
Oh my God, right? Well,
He could, I bet.
But you know what? The difference is they have a brain. They know that would be a bad idea, and they're probably staying like kind of radio silent and just trying to fucking focus on,
right?
Like, you know, staying away from the fucking circus and trying to get attention to their kid. And so
they're focusing on finding the kid. They're not focused on other crap.
You know, they're not focusing on pushing the GoFundMe's and cash apps and shit like that, and working with fucking what is Tony Mathis's job? Does he sell, like, I heard he sells parts, like crane parts? He's like a crane part salesman.
Yeah, isn't that weird though? Chris is a crane guy, a crane operator. The guy Seth brought in is a crane salesperson.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. That's quite an interesting situation.
Little quinky dink.
Yeah, well, life is full of quinky dinks, I think.
I guess. this damn case is full of all kinds of quinky dinks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for like the biggest quinky dink is like basically Sebastian shows up in the parking lot with Terry Lynn. I'm waiting for that quinky dink. If that happens, I'm going to be like, okay, well, apparently all the conspiracy theorists were right. And or the people that thought that theory were completely right, and I'm wrong. I mean, like, I think he ran away, but like a little piece of me is like the conspiracy tinfoil hat in me is kind of thinking otherwise. But I think it's
what?
Oh,
sorry.
You go.
Or he shows up in Texas.
Yeah, I think most likely. I mean, listening to how Seth acts, I can only imagine being in that home. He probably talks about the divorce constantly. Like, I have this feeling like he probably talked about it constantly. He goes, he plays his games, he leaves the kid alone for 12 hours while he's working. And then he's going to what? He's going to be there all summer then? Oh, so like, I just, nah, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm really thinking it was a runaway situation. Maybe he got anxiety, unfortunately, or something. I don't know. That's what I think.
I think it's an abduction. I
Could
think
be.
it's covered out and it's an abduction. Somebody is taking care of that kid. And I'm telling you, I agree with whoever just said in chat.
What you said, what?
Somebody in chat just said that Seth is panicking about something.
Yeah.
I think Seth is panicking that his Cash App is running out. That's what I think he's panicking personally. I don't think it's about like him being like the walls are closing on him and he's getting captured. I think he's panicking because he has to go back to damn work and he can't stay home all day. Because you know what I mean? That's what I think it is. Because the guy has really fucked up everything. Like really fucked up a lot of momentum that would have went and just threw it in the trash.
Well, that's what I thought about.
Yeah, Lisa, we were just talking about that. I cannot believe that. So Chloe got a letter, Cluminati got a letter, and
CJ
JLR got a email.
Got an email.
CJ got a letter. Somebody said they confirm he did show it.
I was gonna say, where's it at on this community tab? Where can we find it?
I don't know. I just said somebody in the chat, one of the chats earlier. Said that he actually showed it.
Yeah, let us know a timestamp where we can find where we can actually see it, where he showed proof of it.
Yeah, I didn't see it myself. I'm just saying somebody in chat said it.
Yeah.
Because he's a liar. So that's what I said. We don't know if we can trust him, but they said that he actually showed it. So I don't know.
Right. We have to be careful. That's why I said I'm asking for the timestamp so we can
What's his
Make
channel?
sure it's the truth.
What's his channel? Let's just CJ. Or
I'm not plugging his channel. I'm not.
No, just type it. Type it in the back so I can look it
I
up.
will
That's
if
why.
you give me just a second.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, if you
You
give me
be damn. Chop, chop, queen. Jeez.
Raring and ready to go.
Yeah, so you give me just a sec. I gotta look it up. Give me a minute here. Hold on.
B. Tim's cracking that whip.
Somebody said that Jay for Justice was threatened earlier tonight too. Something about they were gonna go after her and her husband. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, he can't always believe everything she says either, but gotta take hers with a grain of salt too.
Yeah, I heard that too. Roro, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, love.
Do y'all think it's kind of odd that, let's see, okay, so the lawyer that wants checks mailed to him for a reward fund that's trying to figure it out, that lawyer, can't figure that out. But now we have a family court lawyer, family law, totally different, doing C&Ds. Do y'all see where, why would he need a family law attorney?
Well, don't you remember when he said that about the trust paperwork, that his attorney, that she was working on it? And this is now a female attorney. This is a female attorney that did this.
But it's not the same. It's not the same person. It's not the same attorney.
Right. No,
Not
there's
the same.
another attorney.
But that's
There's
what I'm
another
saying.
attorney. There's
I know,
this
but-
one, and there's the one that was taken in the checks. There's
Right.
two in this situation.
Right. So we've got one attorney that can't get it together to make a trust that you don't even need an attorney for, but you got to send him checks payable to him, not to the trust. Okay.
Well, why
And then
says
you
the
have
same?
a family law attorney sending out C&Ds. Why would he even go to a family law attorney?
Right.
Just asking. Why would
But
you
what-
need a family law? Like maybe future custody case? You're not married, so there's no divorce there.
I do agree with that, Rowena, because he had said that originally Sebastian was going to come live with him a year ago, but he had some behavioral issues, so he was being made to live there to work through the behavioral issues, and then he said that he had been talking.
He got one.
No, that's what Seth said, and I don't believe anything that he says. But I just think it's real telling. I just think it's real telling the type of lawyer that, seems like was kind of obtained. I don't know. It just
This is
a family
CJ's.
law.
Oh, you did find it. Okay.
Yep, this is CJ's.
Oh my God!
The exact same thing.
It is the same thing. It's the exact fucking same thing. Oh my God!
And so the people that donated out of the kindness of their heart to help Seth, I want all of you to know this is where your money's going. These aren't free. Attorneys aren't free. They don't work out of the kindness of their heart.
Well, that probably took them less than that. That person probably took 5 minutes to write this. That's not a lot of money.
I know. But look, how much did they charge for each one of them? I don't care how long.
No,
it
they just copied it. He just photocopied it.
These are all the people. These are all the people somebody doesn't want in the reality show. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's
But she wants Dolly in there.
She wants Dolly in there.
So they said Clues doesn't look like this. I didn't know that Clue showed hers. Also, there's no letterhead. I think he cut it off so that his name wasn't showing and his information wasn't showing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he might have taken it and just used, used somebody else's. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is this is what he's showing, saying that he got a C&D. So
yeah. Well, it's just interesting, just the little things that make you go, a family lawyer. Why would you need a family lawyer? Why would you even think about needing a family lawyer?
Well, why did he pick a divorce attorney more than 50 miles from his home when there's 30 in his own town? Says DHABC.
Yeah. All the things,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he said there wasn't a letterhead? I think that's a lie. Then
Yeah, there was
obviously
no
this would be-
letterhead.
Oh, there was a letterhead. There's a letterhead. It says the.
Yeah,
So
there's
do you
no
think-
letterhead, then it didn't come from an attorney.
So clues didn't look like this, but CJ's, Michaela's, and the other one that you showed all did look like this.
Bro, how do we know? Can I just say a conspiracy theory? How do we know that CJ didn't just fucking copy and paste someone else's and put it on his community tab? Yeah.
We don't know that.
Well, that's what we have to say. We have to say, you got to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
I'm fucking done. Look at this. Seth Rogers cease and desist.
Yeah.
Of a standard form letter that is filled in.
But Rowena, what Voices was trying to tell you earlier, when he was having that interview and he was talking about the guy attorney, he was also talking about getting another. He had another attorney, and he kept saying she.
That was a female, right?
Yeah. So there was two. He was talking.
I just read her
He
name
was
off.
he was
SF
circle talking.
SF Investigates just gave her name.
But yeah, I just don't understand why you would need a family law attorney. I just
Right.
I don't. You're not getting a divorce. That already happened, Seth. Just hate to tell you that. I know you're
Right.
feeling it. It already happened. So is this a custody issue? What? Probate? What? I just have questions. That's it. But I'm
Right.
gonna hop
I
down.
believe
So
custody because he was going to be living with Seth. And so there would have to be a custody change.
I don't know. They had 50-50 custody. She just didn't make him pay child support. So
Yeah, it sounds like they were kind of
they worked it out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Even
don't
more
believe that
reason
Seth-
to
I
take it
don't
back into
believe-
court and get it in black and white versus working it out amongst yourselves. Again, I don't want to defend him, but we have to look at things for legitimate
get
reasons
that.
and things we knew.
I get that, but I don't know. It's just weird to me,
I agree, Rowena.
It just kind of hits that gut feeling, just that gut. But just all little pieces of the puzzle.
Added
Yeah.
with the other things, bro, I agree. Absolutely. Added with everything else, and now all these C&Ds and all of this coming out, it does look some type of a way. And it reflects poorly. It definitely reflects poorly upon Seth because, again, it makes him look like he's hiding something.
It does. Roll it to a gas station, give him back at a gas station, get the phone call, rescue him, be the hero, get custody. Got it. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna hop down before I get
You're not-
booted. Cheese.
You're not
bad
saying, you're
influence.
just saying, right?
I'm just thinking out loud. But Cheese, you're a bad influence on me. Are you
We gotta
Cheddar?
stick together.
You're not Velveeta, are you? Please tell me you're not Velveeta.
No, I'm not. I'm the real thing.
Oh, you go, baby. Huh? You sharp Cheddar, baby. You the sharp.
All right,
You
so here's this. There's the attorney. Okay, here we go. Check this out. This is a copy of now 3 YouTubers that have been mailed a cease and desist letter to not speak about Seth Rogers and Sebastian Rogers. SF Investigates. I don't know who she's tagging all these people or whatever, but anyhow, it says divorce lawyer, child support lawyer.
Interesting. Why would you need a divorce lawyer and a child support lawyer for a missing kid case?
This is the copy of it, but why does so CJ's is a lie. If he said there was no letterhead, yes, there was.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it looked like.
Yeah,
He said his off.
Cluamati had a letterhead too.
Yeah, but so if CJ's saying he didn't have a letterhead, he's a fucking liar, and he cropped
then
this
he's a
out and
liar.
used this bottom part to say he got one.
Right.
That's a bunch of bullshit. If you didn't have one, you shouldn't be fucking claiming you got one. Now, come on.
So we claim we got one, so we can do the whole victim thing. Is that what we're doing? So we're going to do fake cyst and dentist. That's what I'm going to call it, cyst and dentist. We're claiming fake cyst and dentist, so we can be a victim of Seth. Stop it.
Well, he was also the one that was claiming that everybody was triggering him or not triggering him, targeting him and threatening him and everything.
He got shot at too. Nobody.
Yeah.
There was no gunshot, so there's that. whatever.
Well, the one that likes to sit in the parking lot said she had her tires slashed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does this get... We've got slashed tires, we've got C&Ds, we've got a missing child. I mean, it's the perfect game of Clue.
Yeah, and Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I feel like this is just like so fucking stupid, man. Like, and then so someone says, I can't even hope to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you Asd. PSB Tim, she went to.
It's the home row keys, B Tim.
I'm just gonna call her Asd. PSB Tim, she went to a non-accredited law school. The lawyer? Oh, okay. Well, she should have a YouTube channel then.
Yeah.
It seems like the non-accredited dummy lawyers are run to YouTube.
Is she covering the Karen Reid case?
Yeah, like I heard you can make
my next question. She covering Karen Reid.
I heard a lot of some stupid lawyers are doing really good on that case, in their coverage. It's a good money-making opportunity.
Just say, I'm going to hop down, though, because I'm about to get in trouble, and my second gummy's kicking in. I really don't need to be up here, so I will talk to you later. Thank you for letting me come up, Queen. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Keyboard.
Absolutely, baby. Good night.
I just don't understand, like, why, if you were going to send out all of these C&Ds, then why did you even get involved with people in the beginning?
But why is CJ's cut off right here where it says please and everybody else has an entire full one?
Because I question if everybody got them.
I think that CJ is clout chasing and wants to become part of the people being sent the C and J's, and he probably just copied and pasted. But that's just a crazy conspiracy theorist who is just a fucking bee on the internet. That's just my opinion.
I think you might have something there, Tim.
I mean, I think that's
so
it.
Easy to blur things out, and if you're not hiding anything, why does it matter?
Yeah. First off, everyone knows the damn lawyer's name by now. I mean, at this point, it's done so.
Yeah, then it says Chloe received a cease 39 minutes ago. Chloe received a cease and desist. The person who searches day after day after day without being paid received a cease and desist. So that tells us everything we need to know about Seth and his team.
Well, PJ might get a cease and desist, but Dolly won't. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure SF investigates know what's going on too.
Right.
I bet.
Yeah, SG, this makes Seth as fuck. Like,
yes, guys. Yeah, it's not a good look. I mean, way to convince, when people start thinking, wow, Seth is suspicious, then you said cease and desist to people to stop searching. That doesn't make you look even more suspicious at all. I mean, what the fuck? I would have told him just keep quiet and just do a billboard, do a nice interview where you talk about your son on the TikTok panel. That's another thing. Why the hell isn't Seth on the TikTok panel? Why do we have to listen to randos from the internet?
He's never on the TikTok panels.
Yeah, why do I have to listen? It's called Sebastian.
Almost like Tony's embarrassed of him, but he's doing it because he knows he's getting his name out there, but he's embarrassed as fuck of him. He don't like him to be around like that.
I don't know, man. It's you got Sebastian's Army. You don't even, and you got some lady with a crying baby. I swear, I wanted to pull the headphones from my head when I heard the crying baby for about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's annoying as fuck. Put your goddamn kid to bed before you come on here. Have panel etiquette or mute yourself. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and then
those screaming ass fucking kids. We got our own goddamn screaming ass kids. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, luckily I don't have anything right now, so. Yeah.
Oh, it's one thing while you're talking, but to just stay on and not mute yourself ever. That's
Yeah, don't mute yourself while the baby is crying, and then you got some idiot keeps on saying absolutely. 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 Can you just say fucking yes? Yes. Just say yes. Don't say absolutely like you want to sound like you're fucking from the Marines or you're some sort of professional. Just say yes.
He's a defense attorney, B. Tim, don't you know?
He's a defense attorney.
Oh yeah, you betcha. Hey, yeah, he is. He's a defense attorney. Oh yeah, you betcha.
Hey, are you making fun of my Minnesota accent?
No, I was just joining in with it. You said, "Don't you know?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I do know." Yeah.
I don't get that guy. I mean, you got the. So he's a defense attorney. He spends like 6 hours on TikTok. He must have a very easy job because apparently he has all the time in the world to hang out on TikTok. Do you realize if you're a defense attorney, you have to like actually like fucking research and maybe meet up with clients, and you're trying to bring paperwork, and you're trying to keep people from going to jail, and he's hanging around TikTok for 6 hours. If I was his fucking client, I would scream at him. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing on TikTok for 6 hours talking to some lady with a crying baby, a fucking crane operator salesman, and some other randos on the internet talking about your day? Like, can you please get me out of jail, please, sir? Get off TikTok. That's what I would say. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, personally, I think he's full of shit. I don't think he actually is a fucking defense attorney. I want to see the proof of that. I mean, I'm tired of people.
On TikTok, you can be anything you want to be.
Yeah. I'm tired of like the internet, like a bunch of people come in the chat and says, I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a rocket scientist. Well, until I see your motherfucking credentials, I'm not believing any of that. And if we're just going to make up titles for who we are, then I'm fucking James Bond, I'm a CIA agent, and I'm a multi-billionaire, and I also make fucking Iron Man suits in my basement. If we're going to make up like Fantasy Island fucking things we're going to be on the internet.
Just I want to be a millionaire.
Crafty, you're a crafty spy billionaire?
Yeah, I'm a crafty spy billionaire inventor. That's what I'm going to go with.
Awesome.
He said he practiced for 23 years. Well, I need to see proof. Okay, you can't like I don't know if this is like something that people don't understand. By you stating you're an attorney and you practiced for 23 years, you better show proof of that because you're putting your real life into like the reality of YouTube or TikTok or the internet. Okay, and then you're stating that because you have 23 years in the experience, people should take your opinion better than someone else. No, until you show me your motherfucking law degree or your lawyer's license online, I'm not taking anything you say seriously. I'm not, because people lie all the time just to win points. I literally had someone talk about how they were like a nurse on this thing. Like, remember Rowena? She jumped up to that lady that was, from Scotland. I think she was Irish, from Scotland or
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
And she thought she was like saying she was a nurse. I don't believe that lady's a nurse. That or she was really out of it when she was answering that question. The dog ate my degree. Well, that's next. I'm just saying, anyone that comes up here and goes on a YouTube platform on a panel and says, I'm a detective and then your first response is, can you show us your qualifications? Because you feel really comfortable telling us you're a detective and shit. Then you better show us. And if not, then we're not going to take your word as anything. Simple as that. Sorry. It's the internet. Everyone fucking lies about their credentials. Sorry.
I'm a secret agent, man. Voices, did you see what Bruin Hall said in the chat? They said that was probably you making fun of my Minnesota accent was probably payback for the Andrew date night.
We have Mr. Butthurt lawyer up here.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
I heard there was a plethora of butthurtiness happening.
Yeah, we're gonna need to find out about the retainer costs because it seems like we might need to use your services, Mr.
We're gonna need to see your ID, your lawyer ID. We're not gonna believe you're a lawyer. I'm sorry.
Well, I did go to an unaccredited school in Florida. Does that count?
No, it doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Yes, it'll work. It'll work, B-Tim. Hush. This will work. It'll work for us. Come on.
I mean, unless you want us to go like dismiss tickets, like DUI tickets, I don't think it's going to work. I think you need.
Well, unlike other lawyers, I will actually, I will encourage you to get more.
Get more what?
Well, all of the crimes. Isn't that what the good paralegals do?
Get more of the crimes?
Well, you're in luck. We might have just broke 8 or 9. So will that be enough?
No. Voices might have broke 8 or 9. I do not admit to any guilt.
He's over here going to be the billionaire spy crafty creator in his basement making Iron Man suits. Which if he just finally get one of those Iron Man suits to work, then maybe we could all be billionaires.
No, I'll just be the billionaire and just keep the money.
This ain't fair, burnt toast. I wanted to be the lawyer. Can I be the lawyer tomorrow?
It was burnt toast.
We don't know who burnt toast is.
I
Excuse
see
me.
a cheese, who I clearly think is not actually a piece of cheese, accusing me, defaming me, and claiming that I am a piece of toast.
Leave it to the piece of cheese.
Are you gonna send me a cease and desist?
I will send you 3.
3? Well, I better not get one.
From an actual lawyer or a divorce lawyer? Child support court.
You will get it from a real estate lawyer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this is going into the complaint next, I'm sure. This will definitely go into the complaint. One of every hole. Oh, that sounded a little dirty, Koda. One for every hole cheese. Oh no, that sounded a little too dirty for tonight.
That is your letterhead made from crust.
I'm not Swiss, by the way.
Well, Miss Rowena, are you stalking me? How did you know that?
On what coffee grounds?
Exactly. On what coffee grounds? Can you interrogate me about my crust?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we have enough to make a grilled cheese with tomato up here, Queen, if we get hungry.
Well, that's going into a binder.
That is definitely going into the binder.
You can't pass it. You can cease and desist these nuts.
It is cis and disease. Okay.
I have a feeling. You know what? I think you guys might be in danger because, you got a piece of bread, cheese, and tomato between 2 women that like to eat. You're right between Queen and Voices. That might not be a good combination. They might.
It is fine. I will get a protective order. I heard that those are easy to get nowadays.
Oh shit!
Based on truth or half truths or lies.
Well, based on the fact that we threatened to toast her up and wipe out him and cheese.
Wow, that sounds like a federal crime.
It sounds like a federal crime. It sounds like cannibalism to me. I don't know.
Well, you gotta. Yep. I'm guilty. Guilty of crimes, breaking crimes over here. Sorry about that.
I'm glad you self-snitched on a live stream of 848 people. But anyway.
Hey, I'm hungry, bitch. I'm ready to make a grilled cheese and tomato sandwich. Come on now.
On further information and belief, I'm making a binder on you.
You know what would be hilarious if Voices just literally trolled us and she just started cooking a grilled cheese sandwich on a live, just started just showing her kitchen, just cooking as a threat. This is what I'm going to do to you, burnt toast. And she starts making the grilled cheese sandwich and just starts eating it on a live stream.
Somebody is asking, do you make your clients sign in a DNA? Wow. Don't know what that means, but I do make them sign a BLT.
A BLT. Oh, fuck.
Let's go.
Are you threatening me, lady?
Yes.
With a
Get in the
small
pan right now. Get in the pan. Get in there right now.
I am scared for my life.
You better be.
I am too.
I'm hungry. I am so hungry. I'm starving.
I'm scared too because everybody knows a BLT is better with cheese.
Not only am I going to get a protective order, but I'm going to get a protective order for the protective order.
Oh my God, that's
By
gonna
the
be
time
like.
it gets here, you'll be stale, day-old toast that nobody wants anyway. So it'll be fine.
Well, I plan on smothering my beautiful crusty edges with so much butter that I will cry buttery tears, and the judge will surely say that I win because that's how it works. You cry, the judge says, you got it.
Is this like
Yeah, but see, here's the problem with your logic there, butthurt attorney. By the time I'm done, I will have whipped up a grilled cheese and tomato sandwich in the courtroom, and I will offer half to the judge, and he will go with my side because
Now-
judges love grilled cheese sandwiches.
Is this like lull cow butter? Like
It sounds like you don't know the law. I am an expert in the law.
You know, this is going to be the first time she actually gets a timestamp when she turns in proof. It's going to be this
Look at
stream.
this. This bird toast was pretending to be a lawyer on a live stream. I can't believe it. Let me see.
Okay. I don't know the laws. I'm going to have to ask, can you please show me what the laws are? Because I think that I'm well within my rights.
I think bribery is definitely one of the laws you just broke because you just admitted on a live stream that you would bribe the judge with a half of a cheese sandwich.
Well, you never know. I mean, you might like my cooking skills.
I do not help haters.
Yeah. Oh, you know that. That's for sure. But anyway, pickles on the side. Yes, all we need is pickle. Wait a minute. Who puts pickles on a fucking grilled cheese sandwich? Jesus Christ. That's nasty. BHB called you crusty crotch on her community post.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think your lawyer school was as good as hers was because hers was on the internet, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was the top of my class. I was on the dean's list all of 2 semesters.
She was the crust of the crop.
And I had my internship at a place where I made sure that I falsified W-2s.
All right, we're gonna have to get rid of. Voices. That was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad joke. Voices. Gonna have to get rid of you. We're gonna put you on time out. He's using the family attorney for a blanket cease and desist, and to prepare and bring Sebastian back. I don't know about that. I don't know. Attorney questions. I have visited. Okay, attorney question. Have you visited Florida and asked to cover yourself in honey?
Cover myself, yes. Honey, no.
Wait a minute. Is this that piece of fry bread posing as an attorney?
You know, that's a federal offense to pretend to be an attorney. If you're not an attorney, we have to report you to the FBI. We're going to have to call the FBI right now. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I see a new t-shirt coming out.
Kicks. Oh my God. Let me see. Let me just 1 second.
Oh, pineapple icicle tree coming in for the win. I heard she went to the University of Marble and Rye.
Yep, that's still in.
Sounds like you are stalking me.
Yeah. But anyway, what's your advice on the cease and desist? Do you think that was a very good idea to send a cease and desist to stop searching for missing kid?
Whoop, gotta go. I have more clients that ask me better questions.
Oops, gotta go.
Skedaddle. Gotta skedaddle. Whoops, gotta go.
Oh shit.
He said, do I smell sourdough? See, I missed the last half of that. I just seen Amy say hi in the back. She's not up here anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. By the way, did you see did you see that whole thing with Tom CPU?
Yeah, I did see some. Well, I seen some of it. We'll watch this and then we'll watch that. This is Forgotten Whispers. Look what she caught.
Caddy Jim, thank you so much for jumping on the train with me this morning. All right. So the question today, is it right for people to be putting out cease and desist, and not want you talking about these missing kids? right? Because it kind of seems like this kid ran away because of y'all, and the only voice he really truly has is the voice of the internet. Virginia girl, her first train ride, come on, it's better than Amtrak. It's better than Amtrak. Way less wait for that. But to put out cease and desist orders and not want people to share this little boy's face, that is just absolutely horrible, because you got piss hurt because a YouTuber said something that you didn't like. Okay.
What?
Cease and desist. What an idiot.
Now listen, I think popping off of this is terrible.
As he sits there talking about his train ride.
Right.
Oh, Dolly, 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 Dolly. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, Dolly. Holy fuck.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't believe that CJ got a real cease and desist. I think he stole the one and used it. That's why it was cut off, because he can't show his name because it wasn't addressed to him.
Yeah.
He said there was no letterhead. He definitely didn't get one.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
A lawyer would never send one out without a letterhead.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even a back alley lawyer.
Yeah.
And everybody else got him from the lawyer, and JLR got it as an email.
Mm-hmm.
JLR got his from the grandma,
Right.
personally, not from a lawyer.
Yeah, the grandma asked him.
And I think Michaela said she got hers email.
His came from grandma. The rest came from the lawyer, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Came from the grandmother. You don't want to put a pickle on the sandwich. Oh God. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Cyst and desist. Oh my God, this guy can't speak. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with the guy. He can't speak words. I don't know.
Cyst and deceased. So it meant a fluid-filled sac and a unalived and a no longer living person. Yes, that's not what that means there. Those aren't even.
Well, that's I don't know what school he went to.
And desist. I mean,
I can't say anything. I can't say anything. People make fun of the way I say baggy, so.
Baggy?
Baggy.
As in like a Ziploc baggy?
Yeah, baggy.
Let me see. So. Yeah. Oh, this is JLR now with the video. By the way, Queen, I gotta skedaddle. I gotta go to bed. I'll talk to you later, Queen.
Good night.
All right. We'll see you later. Good night, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tom CPU shit was pretty fucking serious, but we'll I'm gonna play this for a second.
He's just gonna go down and work in the basement on his Tony Stark suits.
Thank you, Emily Pickles, for the 99-cent super sticker. I appreciate that. Rowena gifted 10 memberships. I've seen some. Oh, KDK gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, love. Let's see. Attorney question: have you visited Florida to ask to cover yourself in honey? Hold on. Andy said BHB called you crusty crotch on her community post. That's all she calls her. She's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
That doesn't even make sense.
So anyhow, here's JLR explaining how he got the damn letter.
Shares my opinion about the matters. I'm not controlled by corporate media. You know, I do how I feel I should put these cases out there. And I think I've been fair across the board on, you know, I pretty much, if I wasn't fair, I wouldn't be unfair on Seth and Robin. You would think I'd be unfair on Katie because I expressed my opinion on Katie, but I shared reasons why I think this, that, and the other. But Robin doesn't even want me to use her face and talk about her, but she can go around and talk around on the internet about the case and throw out names and throw things out. I mean, she said some stuff here. And all we did was talk about it. in this particular post, and I'll hold this up and I'll read it on my other computer screen. She says, you can stop all your speculating. I did not tell my son because my grandson asked me not to. I was the only person that Sebastian felt like he could say anything to. If I broke his confidence, he would never have been able to speak to me again about everything and anything. He was protecting his dad. He did not want his dad to do anything that would harm himself or his career. Do I regret not telling him? You bet I do. But had I told him, Sebastian would have never trusted me again. So stop your speculation. I beat myself up enough. You don't need to beat me up too. Now she's posting this in groups. And this is about when Sebastian told her about things. But she kept it a secret. And all we did was analyze saying, it's quite possible she broke the law because she was a retired healthcare worker. And she's a mandatory reporter. Her job requires her to report. But she doesn't like it when we say these things.
That's why
she would be like, shame on Chris Proudfoot. Like, if we are perpetuating chaos, what about these type of posts? Shame on Chris Proudfoot and shame on Cluminati, who reportedly speaks it with him daily. How dare you make a mockery of my grandson's disappearance? And Katie, you know exactly what happened to Sebastian. Your smart mouth husband said so early on in the investigation. The longer this goes on, the worse the outcome for you. We will find him. And things like this. It's just one of many examples. I just pulled this one because I was trying to look for her old posts. She made a lot of them. She's in the groups. Now she doesn't want me, and I'm sure if you guys...
I do have to agree with him. She's in the groups running her mouth.
Right.
Putting speculation out, putting out bullshit. And she is a mandated reporter, and she didn't report shit that Sebastian told her. That's fucked up.
If I didn't know so much about him, I'd like him.
This is not what.
Thank you, Emily Pickles, for gifting 5 memberships, baby. I appreciate you supporting the Hive, love. Thank you. If y'all got one, make sure you tell her thank you. What'd you say, baby?
I said if I didn't know so much about him, I would probably like him the way he does videos now.
Lanky Tour, thank you so much. I appreciate you donating to the lawyer fund. I really do appreciate it because, Bull Scorn just refiled the order that the judge threw out. The judge dismissed it and she refiled it again. Why, I don't know, but this one will be dismissed too because it's full of fucking bullshit and lies.
Well, hopefully this is done early enough in the year where they won't change the judges on you again.
Just because you say it, Betty, doesn't make it true, okay? Just like the judge told you, just because you put it in the lawsuit doesn't make it true. You have to have proof behind your allegations and your lies and your bullshit. Yeah, it's crazy as fuck. She won't stop. Wears a shirt with my fucking avatar on it and shit, but claims she wants an order of protection. She's so scared of me. Fucking stop that bullshit.
Well, that just shows harassment on her side. I mean, why would somebody wear a shirt?
Right.
Why would somebody wear a shirt with your avatar on it,
Right.
Creators. I heard that people are saying that Tony Mathis is saying that they're going to fire off a bunch of cease and desist through a lawyer. Now, that wasn't a lawyer which sent to me with a cease and desist. That was just her. Well, what's up with the cease and desist? Why are people getting cease and desist? Just for talking about Seth? Or the way I'm reading about the cease and desist, because Cluminati talked about the cease and desist last night that she received. It's not even just about Seth. They don't even want anyone to talk about Sebastian. Don't say Sebastian's name in any way. Who does that? Who in the world does that where you can't even talk about the person that's missing? It's weird stuff. I don't know if we're living in the Twilight Zone or what. Again, I still don't think Seth Rogers did something with Sebastian. I don't think Seth Rogers kidnapped Sebastian. I don't think Seth Rogers MURDERD Sebastian. I know that another creator who I think is doing pretty good on this case, Dolly. Dolly's very passionate, and he's how he is, and he comes up with theories, and he's been out there, and he put out a video yesterday, and it did make me go a little bit about, you know, Seth working in the Department of Corrections or the Corrections. He's sheriff, Davidson County Sheriff. Unclear if he's still a sheriff, correctional officer. Unclear if he still works for the sheriff's office there as a correctional officer. There's some conflicting things that I heard that he was actually fired. Also heard he could have left. He didn't want to go back. Also heard that he was possibly suspended. I don't know. He never answers the question. No one asks him the question. But Dolly put out that, you know, Seth's around inmates all day and bribery and everything like that. And inmates and COs get close and chummy. And then maybe Seth did, you know, had somebody kidnap Sebastian in the middle of the night.
Doesn't that sound like an awful lot like something we were talking about?
The only reason why I don't believe that theory is
that's exactly what we were talking about.
Right? Came up with that all by yourself there, Dolly, did you?
Yeah. Emily C. Pickle, thank you. Or hold on, Ellen C. Pickle gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. If you guys got one, make sure you tell her thank you. Thank you for supporting the hive, baby. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Dolly must have. I mean, we know he watches it. We know he watches us and listens. So
is Katie. I think Katie's the X factor in this all. Katie's behaviors. Now, Katie's behavior since this whole thing went down shows to me what a mother, totally opposite of what a mother would do when their child was missing. Katie is just totally radio silent. She's very selective in her words and not searching, not out there in the spotlight, nothing. Silent, radio silent from Katie. That kind of eliminates my theory on what Dolly said. I get it. If Katie was out there every day beating the drum and saying, where's my son, and crying and pleading every day on the news and stuff like that, I would maybe possibly think differently and entertain that theory that Dolly put out there. But it's not far-fetched, and it's definitely not defamation to speculate about a public interest case when Seth said out of his own mouth that nobody's been cleared. So that leaves us to speculate.
yeah, but we know sometimes JLR, he gets a little, you know, he gets a little serious with them speculations there. Yes, she did. Heels did great videos about JLR. Yes, she did. I miss her.
Some people will go as far as saying, you know, Seth did something, or Chris did something, or Katie said, you know, did something. I go pretty much to the line thinking, hey, Katie's responsible. I don't say flat out for a statement of fact, Katie did something, and I know. I never done that. But I do think I do, and I will continue to say this. I think Katie's got her hands all in this. For sure. I do. But going back to Illuminati, she explains about this cease and desist. It's just like a 2-minute clip, but she gets one. Now, whether you agree with Illuminati or not, you know, she's taken the position. She has the prophets come on. That's what she does. She feels her certain way, just like I feel my way. You might feel your way. Everybody feels their own way. Different content creators and different people that are bringing awareness to Sebastian pick sides, or some try to be right in the middle and be objective. You know, I'm more of a leaning towards Katie Proudfoot, but I'm definitely in a position of feeling that all three are responsible for what led up to Sebastian vanishing, knowing that what we've uncovered and what we listened to and the CPS is being called on both parties, all of them. Seth even admitted out of his own mouth that CPS was called on him. He's filed stuff in the divorce, shocking things in these divorce documents. Chris admitted with the belt. I mean, we're analyzing what they've all said out of their mouth. But Illuminati takes a position. I don't know if she likes Seth. I don't know if she just likes the prophets, but that's what she does. And apparently Seth doesn't like it. Now, I can understand maybe Seth sending her a cease and desist to say, stop talking about him. And now I never really heard Illuminati ever say, and I don't watch her. But the people play clips all the time of different people, certain clips of very stuff that people say throughout their lives and broadcasts. And I don't believe I heard her ever say, hey, Seth did it as a statement of fact. I mean, people are entitled to their opinions on cases, these type of cases. Unfortunately, these high profile cases, you got people that have a lot of opinions.
Which is very true. There's a lot of people with a lot of different opinions, honestly.
Right.
Crazy House Saloon with the 499 Super 6 says, hell just was over at JLR. We are in the Twilight Zone. Girl, ain't that right?
I know, right?
You know when you're agreeing with JLR, we're in a motherfucking Twilight Zone. Straight up.
That's what I said when I watched this live earlier. I was like, you know, I'm actually enjoying this JLR. You know?
Yeah, it's fucking, it's weird. But
I
yeah,
know, it's
I agree. He
irritating.
should leave Katie the fuck alone. He needs to leave her the fuck alone and let her go on about her business, man. She's already suffering enough. Leave her the fuck alone.
Right, I can't imagine what she's going through.
First Amendment. I mean, I get it if someone actually pointed the finger, like, you know, like with the Moscow, Idaho case. Remember the TikTok girl that this professor that sued the TikTok girl because the professor was flat out saying it as a statement of fact. She did it with Jack the Court, you know, and she took legal action because she was like saying it as a fact and kept going and going and going as a fact. Then you might have some sort of remedy to tell the person to knock it off, cut it out, stop saying that I did something I didn't do. But Seth, Chris, and Katie it's already out there about the case. So you can talk about it and you can have about your opinion. It's not an actionable claim. So I don't know who drafted Seth a cease and desist letter to send out to people to scare them to stop talking. It's not going to fly. Now, attorneys should be very, very careful because if they win a cease and desist, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to sue. But it is
All right, here goes JLR, the most litigious man in the fucking United States.
Yeah, he knows all about this.
Here he goes. He's about to school the fuck out of us on this goddamn cease and desist shit. Here we go. Ready? He's going to school us. Go ahead.
to send out to people to scare them to stop talking.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to fly. Now,
Scare 'em.
attorneys should be very, very careful because if they win a cease and desist, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to sue. But it is a step you need to do before you sue or let the party know to give themselves a way to correct it. That's the process. Doesn't mean somebody's going to do. I've sent cease and desist things out where people said some very egregious things and accused me of criminal acts. And, there's other creators out there and some YouTubers, smaller channels that have said things about me. And, I attempted to take legal action because, they accusing you of things and stuff. And sometimes you take legal action. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes they knock it off. Sometimes they do cease and desist and stop. But just talking about Seth and putting him on memes and talking about him, considering that Seth has already put himself out there and already said some things. I mean, he's gone off on other searchers online. He pretty much told everyone to F off online, or on camera. He said things. I mean, people are just have their opinions about Seth. I don't think it's a suable thing. And the lawyer who's drafting him this, I don't know if he just paid, like a lawyer does it free, or he paid a lawyer $50 to file a cease and desist letters. I don't know if someone's helping him and the lawyer's just signing off on it. Sometimes other people draft it and the lawyer will just co-sign their name on it because with the lawyer's name, it makes it have that extra umph. I don't know. But I can't see Seth suing anyone at this point successfully. And they should be very careful because whoever drafts that lawsuit could be in some, if the party whoever gets sued, gets a lawyer and they can fire back and seek all attorney fees once the case is dismissed. And it's probably 100% likely to get dismissed at this point.
Well, there you have it. JLR just told you. Basically, you're up shit creek without a paddle, Seth. You ain't got enough money to start suing all these folks. So,
right.
Even you sending out these cease and desist, really, it doesn't even mean shit. But
no, because he has no money to back it up.
Right, and I know Miss Betty over there said she would pay the filing fee for anybody that wants to sue. But again, people are not that fucking stupid. And I would hope they wouldn't be that goddamn stupid to just say, okay. Because I'll tell you what, it costs a hell of a lot fucking more money, time, and stress than the goddamn filing fee. And then if they get sanctioned and have to pay it back, that's even worse, paying all the legal fees. So be very fucking careful and make your choice very, very wisely.
So I don't see why anyone would even want to entertain that. Robin, with me sending me that cease and desist, I just think she's just blowing smoke because if she was really serious, she would have got a lawyer. But I didn't do anything that would be suable that you could win. Anyone could sue anyone for anything, by the way. You could sue anybody for anything. But remember, also, too, you could countersue, too. You could countersue. So someone sues you, you countersue them right back. Let's talk about what Cluminati said that she got. Because it's shocking here. Regardless of how you feel about Cluminati, it's shocking here that she would get something and be told not to talk about Sebastian. A case where the public or the authorities want you to talk about Sebastian to bring awareness. Seth has no right to tell someone else not to talk about Sebastian when he's still missing.
Please let this letter serve as a formal notice to cease and desist any and all activity of dissemination of information pertaining to Sebastian Rogers and or blank specifically any and all information surrounding the disappearance and efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers. Bro.
What in the world? Y'all know what that means, right? Y'all, we're all smart enough, like without the bullshit, guys. Real talk. Real talk. We all know what that means. Without making excuses for one side or the other side, we know exactly what that means. I don't care if you like Chris, if you hate Chris, Katie, you understand what he is telling, what he is trying to bully Clue into not doing, right? Not talking about the disappearance of his son. Just like he ran off his PIs, just like he ran off his searchers, just like he ran off professional teams, just like he's run off everybody. It's this bully mentality. And even creators, listen, even if you don't like what I'm saying right now, you know the repercussions of some bullshit like that would keep you from working on this case or another case or another case. So let's put the bullshit aside of who likes who and realize that this move right here was to silence somebody. Not the fact that she's never said anything negative about Sebastian. So to add Sebastian in, the only person who said anything negative about Sebastian, in all honesty, is Chris and Seth. Right? Well, why would you throw in Sebastian into this? That doesn't even, you can say Chris or Seth. You don't have to throw Sebastian into this, but you did.
So hold on. Let me just also point out the simple fact that I have been around in person certain individuals and information was relayed to me and my fiance. Right? So clearly there was no issue in me possibly getting on my internet show and saying that information, right?
She has a point. It's just
because I'm a good person.
It's just like us, like me and Magnolia. We get information all the time from people that know these people, and we relay that information. But we're being told, and that's part of journalism. So Seth doesn't want, now Chris I haven't heard Chris or Katie, send out cease and desist. I haven't got one from Chris or Katie. I haven't heard them send out cease and desist. It's just weird. It's totally weird that they would go brazen like this. But people are saying things like in our group, they're saying that let me show you an example. They're saying in our group that apparently Tony with Seth now is forbidding he's only allowing Seth to do interviews if they're paid. Have you guys heard about that? Like Seth won't be doing any more interviews unless he gets paid. And it makes me wonder, and I'm looking for that actual, it just makes me wonder, is profit innovation here?
That's a big question. That's a big question right there. That's the big question I got.
Yeah, I haven't heard any legitimate proof about that, but yeah.
I mean, it's a legitimate question at this point.
Well, it is.
Because if you talk about the case, they won't get money. Is there a money element here? Like Team Seth, does he feel like? And I'm just talking about Seth here because Seth is the one that's sending out these cease and desist. Again, Katie and Chris not. And if they did, we would talk about it, just like we're talking about this. So Eva Listener. CD is only a warning to the wrongdoer. It is not binding in court. Only if they filed for legal action. I will not read too much into this crazy circus. Love JLR investigates. Thank you. It's not, cease and desist is not, again, but it is a step. In order to get through the defamation element, you have to send them a notice for retraction or to stop, in a sense. Really, it's a retraction. So cease and desist, this is according to, you could just do a quick cease and desist and put it in the Google search. A cease and desist letter is a document sent by one party, often a business, to warn another party that they believe the other party is committing an unlawful act, such as copyright infringement, and that they will take legal action if the other party continued the unlawful activity. Well, Robin Rogers is telling me stop using her image.
Now listen to what he says. Look, he said she wants me to stop using her image and stop making her post or reading her post or whatever, sharing her post and something else. But anyhow, he stopped making memes or something of her. Listen to him.
And if I don't stop her image, using her image or talking about her post, she said her post. Further use of my name, my image, my post will result in legal action. That's what she said to me. It's pretty wild stuff.
He said, that's what she said to me. Can you believe that shit? That's what she said to me.
Especially since she's posting in his Facebook group.
I'm cracking up. He's like shocked. He's like, that's what she said to me. Can you believe that? Can you fucking believe this? She actually said that to me. Like, yep, JLR, somebody sent you legal papers. He's like, holy shit, this is crazy. I've never had somebody send me legal papers like this.
It's like I sued God. Do you know who you're talking to?
Right. Come on now. Shit.
God, the 13 tribes, Kim Kardashian, Statue of Liberty, and Eiffel Tower.
Right. The audacity.
And the survivors of the Holocaust, for Christ's sake.
He's like, and you're asking me to stop using your name and image.
That was this, I think it was this morning, Truth But Not Feelings or whatever. He's like, somebody this woman sent a cease and desist to JLR. He tried to sue God, for God's sakes. What are you thinking? Does she not know this guy?
Exactly. Does she not know who the hell she's dealing with? What is going on? He's like, I can't believe she sent this to me. He's like in shock. Come on now. Don't you know who I am? Didn't you do your research before?
As I said, if I didn't know so much about him, I could actually like him the way he does his videos now. But I know too much about him, so I don't. But
well, yeah, because I mean, we know the kind of person he is, the shit he's done, the shit he's capable of doing, the shit he still does. Like, he still has my fucking docs up on his goddamn community tab on his fucking Twitter.
Right.
And he's got me blocked, little punk.
I'm saying I see how
unblock me, motherfucker. Unblock me on your stupid ass Twitter, JLR.
I see how new people kind of like him. You know what I mean?
She accused me and JLR of working together, and that motherfucker's got me blocked 10 ways to Sunday.
Well, my thing is why would she accuse that when he's
keeping your ass blocked? You're fucking crazy.
When he's the one who paid the filing fees in the beginning, so why would she think that you guys are working together?
He paid the filing fee, supposedly, allegedly. He paid
allegedly.
So why the fuck would she say that? Because she's lying, and she knows she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
She lied on the majority of that fucking filing. 99.9% of it's all full of fucking bullshit and lies.
Jesus.
When she said I was working with SF Investigates and JLR, I fucking laughed so goddamn hard.
Have you even ever talked to SF Investigates?
No, and you know what? I've never had a conversation with JLR. Not one.
No.
I mean, for
She has
fuck's sake, I've
nothing
never
that
had a
links.
conversation with that fucking woman.
She has nothing that links
And here
any
we
of
are.
What were
Sorry,
you saying?
go ahead.
Well, like, she has nothing that links us together other than we're all part of YouTube. That's where it ends. I'm so confused by this.
Right. Well, the girls were talking about you should have SF Investigates on the channel, and I was like, oh yeah, I could ask them, and then we were like, no, that's probably not a good idea right now.
No, he's never been up here. We don't talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I mean, I know of him, but I mean, I don't know him on a personal level.
Yeah.
I appreciate what he does. I appreciate what Chloe does. You know what I mean? Like, I have a deep appreciation for their work, but I don't know him like that.
Right. No, we were just saying it would be cool to have them up talking about this stuff.
We got good people in our chat. I like this comment right here. I'm going to read this comment. I'm going to hold this up right here and read this to you because people are talking about this. Is the buzz. And it sucks that this has to be the buzz and to talk about cease and desist. instead of Sebastian. But again, it shows the people Sebastian was surrounded by. And like I said, no wonder Sebastian either ran away or something harm was done to him by somebody. Because look at the people he's surrounded by. For someone who brags about taking an oath to the Constitution or whatever, Seth sure does seem confused on how free speech applies to matters of public concern. It's so disgusting that he's spending people's hard-earned money that they donated so he could search on ridiculous things like sending unenforceable cease and desist letters to YouTubers because they hurt his feelings. Just
I don't know who wrote this comment, but they're hitting on the nose there.
Like Seth's mom threatened JLR with legal action for mentioning her name. Be so for real, Robin. These wackos all need to grow up and stop threatening the very people that are helping their grandson get exposure. Right? I agree with that statement. And I cherry-picked these statements because it's just, here's another one. Here's another one right here. This one's interesting. So, watch T-Rev. Apparently, Tony said on TikTok that Seth won't be talking to anyone unless he's paid for it up front. Tony said any tips they got would not be sent to LE. Seth is sending people cease and desist letters telling them not to talk about Sebastian or him. In my opinion, this is what this individual says, Kara Tucker. In my opinion, this is a scam. Seth appears to just want money now and doesn't want Sebastian found. Doesn't LE still have Seth and Sebastian's video game equipment? I will not be contributing any more money ever again to Seth. I believe this is all a hoax, and they all know where Sebastian is. Seth thinks he's a pop star now and using Sebastian to do it. Sickening. This is only my opinion, and I have First Amendment right to say so. I hope LE is watching them all closely. Yeah, that's what we're saying on JLR Investigates too. Everything is opinion and protected by the First Amendment. But this is how people are feeling. Things have significantly changed, and it's like, who is Seth aligning himself with to do these irrational things and taking out the people that have been putting awareness to Sebastian?
Yeah, he's not a happy camper.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't be either, you know.
He needs to quit being a crybaby. So Seth does.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And then he's got his mom sending out fucking letters too. Really? Really? And these are the people that helped you. These are the ones that pushed your Cash App. These are the ones that helped you get your so-called channel going. And then you're shitting on every single one of them.
I'm still just blown away that.
Well, when he shit on Trevor Lee, I knew what the fuck time it was, because Trevor, like I said, I mean, I don't talk to the kid. I don't even know the kid like that, but I know of him. Right. And I know that he's worked his little ass off to try and get stuff done, you know what I mean? And little by little, he's got things accomplished. I mean, I think, you know, the ones he's working with are going to end up ruining his fucking name, you know, if he doesn't go do his own stuff on his own, you know, do his own thing. But for right now, I feel like he's definitely trying. He's on the right track, you know, trying to do what's right. But I'll tell you what, the way he was disrespected and yelled at and treated like a, you know, like shit, the way Seth treated him was wrong.
I agree.
I mean, he's the one that brought this case to YouTube and it, you know, helped it blow up like he did, you know, like it did. He's the one that introduced Seth and JLR, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
I still am blown away by a father of a missing child sending cease and desist to people that are searching for his son. I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't think Pascal will get one because that's his boy. They're all bros.
That's what I thought too, Indy, that he quit covering it too. And I haven't seen, he hasn't really done another one on it. What I've seen is been covering other things.
Well, I've let myself get down the conspiracy road about Seth, but honestly, now I reel myself back in because I keep remembering those electronics haven't been returned yet. So it might be what everybody's thinking about somebody online.
It really, some people are saying in the chat, T-Rev got one, or T-Rev's girlfriend got one. I'll have to try to validate that. I've heard that. So it's not just Cluminati. I got one from Robin Rogers. Cluminati got one from a lawyer for Seth. Apparently, T-Rev's girlfriend got one. There has been other creators that actually sent out messages saying, have you received the cease and desist letter yet? And I said, no. And they're, as far as Seth. And they're like, me neither, but they're expecting one. Like all these creators, but the creators, I don't think it's going to back any creators down per se that's just been told. Again, I haven't heard any. Can you name a creator that flat out said Seth Rogers did it? Because other than that, what's defamatory? When people have I haven't heard anyone say, you might not like people's opinions about how these individuals are, but that's not defamatory, folks. It's not. It's not defamatory. Especially when these people put themselves out there for exposure. They are public figures. They're not private people. They're not. They're not private. Seth is not a private person at this point. He's already opened a can of worms up for him. Either it's Chris, and I would say either it's Katie either. Katie's the center of this case. SF investigates. He tweeted something out very interesting. He says, TikTok Tony, the Crane Park salesman who decided to dive headfirst into an empty swimming pool of true crime, along with Seth Rogers, is sending out cease and desist letters claiming nobody can use Sebastian Rogers' name or give updates on the search efforts. I'm not sure what unqualified attorney he found to sign these empty threats that have no legal basis. When law enforcement initiates a public missing persons case, it's a call to the public for help. Even if it weren't, there is no legal basis to forbid anyone from using a person's name if you are not defaming them. And the truth is not defamation, no matter how horrible the details are. He's 100% correct. Maybe I'll get a cease and desist. If we do, we'll analyze it on JLR Investigates. Apparently, this was the cease and desist. This has been posted in a group. I'm going to share it to you on this way here. This is supposed that cease and desist that. And then I'm going to read some of the email correspondence I got with Robin Rogers, because I think it's important to get this information out, because we actually sent her a response. And this goes back to the Cajun Navy days.
All right, here we're going to listen to his fucking response. So here's his response to her.
Dear Ms. Blank, and I'm assuming this is going to Cluminati, please be advised that I represent Mr. Seth Rogers. Please let this letter serve as a formal notice to cease and desist any and all activity of dissemination of information pertaining to Sebastian Rogers and/or Seth Rogers. Specifically, any and all information surrounding the disappearance and efforts to locate Sebastian Rogers. This is preposterous. This is a frivolous cease and desist. You can't tell somebody to stop talking about Sebastian. And why would Seth even agree on this? Who is in Seth's head? My client has been informed of you are engaging in such behavior without his express written or oral consent. If you have obtained any documents, recordings, or other information pertaining to the disappearance and or efforts to locate Sebastian, you have obtained said information without the consent of Seth Rogers. This is frivolous, folks. Please note that all activities regarding the dissemination of said information will be reported to the proper authorities if required by law. Continued activities are previously stated will result in Mr. Rogers exploring any and all legal remedies to which he is entitled to. Sincerely, and they blocked it out. I would like to know who this attorney is. If anyone knows who the attorney is, let's analyze and review the attorney.
If anybody knows frivolous,
if someone knows the attorney, if Cluminati's here or anyone that has that letter, it can tell me the name of the attorney that wrote that, because that is as frivolous as you can be. You don't need Seth Rogers' permission to talk about Sebastian Rogers, folks.
And I mean, like I said, JLR would know.
Yeah.
Shit,
Anybody knows frivolous, he knows.
Shit, that's right. Wow, man.
You don't need Seth Rogers to say, yes, you need to go through him first. No. Yeah, that attorney should be disbarred. Matter of fact, if someone does get a letter like that, use that letter and sue them right back and claim harassment. Give them a taste of their own medicine. If you get a cease and desist and actually they go through with suing somebody because you didn't get permission through Seth Rogers to talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, use that cease and desist and countersue them back. No one should be scared or bullied into not talking about this kid. You would think you would want this kid on every single billboard, telephone pole, milk carton, grocery store, every storefront. You wanted his images out there everywhere. Right? Yes? No? I would think. But when they say these things and we talk about it, it's according to Robin Rogers, we perpetuate the chaos. So here's some correspondence I had with Robin. And we went back and forth a little bit because she was fired up. And she actually made Magnolia cry a little bit because of the effort that we put in to help Sebastian and bring awareness to Sebastian. We felt like it was just like a stabbing in the back. And I never showed this to anyone, but I think it's important now that, you know, these people are trying to stop people from talking about Sebastian. I'm not going to be intimidated. Are you? You going to be intimidated? We're going to talk about it. And if they give interviews and they post Facebook posts and they talk about Sebastian, we're going to review what they say. We're going to share what they say. Because what we've been doing lately in the last 3 weeks is every time TikTok Tony opens his mouth, he says lies. And we've caught him in lies and we called it out. He said some blatant stuff that the authorities responded back by saying it was garbage, complete garbage.
Which we know TikTok Tony has spewed some fucking bullshit ass garbage. I mean, we know JLR has too, but still.
Yeah.
From the fake Amber Alerts to the sighting of Sebastian on the 26th to Sebastian writing to Katie's mom on the 25th. Things like that. It's a bunch of BS. And we call it out. I think Tony's in his ear too. I really do. I think opinion, again, not a statement of fact, Mr. Mathis, but the math is not adding up. The math is not mathing when it comes to this case. And the people centered around all of them. I just got notification. The attorney's name is Tara Carter from Nashville. All right, let's look up Tara Carter real quick. Attorney Tara Carter is the one. I just got notification. Thank you for that. Tara Carter. Look. Law offices of Tara Carter. Law offices of Tara Carter. This is the one that's sending out these cease and desist. Why from Nashville? Let's see if we can get an image of her. The law office of Tara Carter. Her office is right down the road from Daddy Dogs. Who is she? Is this her? Is this? Yeah, this might be her. Is this her? Let me get a picture. We're going to get a picture of Tara. We're going to get a picture of this attorney here. Let's make sure it's her. I'm on AVO. Yeah, I think it might be her. Is this the cease and desist person? Attorney? Family attorney? Nashville? Is that her? Could it be her? Is this the one that feels like we have to go through Seth Rogers in order to say anything about Sebastian?
Boy, she's screwed now.
We'll do a whole other live on her to find out if she has any complaints against her. Family law attorney, the Carter Law. One shot. Magnolia is on. One shot says Magnolia is on in it as always. Buy her an iced tea. Thank you. Yes, Magnolia does phenomenal work. So how did he get involved with Tara Carter? How did Seth Rogers, and we're investigating this as we go. The law offices of Tara Carter, trusted Nashville family and probate law attorney. Knowledgeable legal representation with over 10 years of experience. What in the world is this? Separating from a spouse is stressful. Wait a second. She's just a family law attorney. She's not a defamation attorney. She does divorces, contested divorces, child custody conflicts, child support conflicts. This person isn't a... So why is Seth Rogers sending a divorce lawyer, a child support lawyer, and a probate lawyer? Why is Seth Rogers sending this person out, sending people cease and desist to stop, when this person knows nothing about defamation law? It doesn't look like it's not even her lane. So he gets a divorce lawyer to send people out, cease and desist. How crazy is that? How frivolous is that? That should show you shouldn't take this seriously, right? A divorce attorney. Just a divorce.
He said
he's having a good time with this one,
he's
isn't he?
having a fucking damn good time over there, ain't he?
He's making me giggle.
Her fucking name. I'm gonna find out all the information about her.
Yeah, that's what I said. She's screwed. He's got JLR and Magnolia on his ass.
Divorce lawyer? Oh, what? What is he doing?
That's what I said. I could like this part of JLR, the way he's giggling and, you know, just, I don't know. He's very likable in this video.
Man.
Like that one person in the chat said, are we in the Twilight Zone?
We gotta fucking be in the goddamn Twilight Zone. Jeez, what the hell? I just think it's pretty fucking weird that he becomes friends with certain somebodies and does an interview and then bam, starts handing these out like candy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we know that one likes to do this.
Well, maybe they didn't send one to JLR because he already got one from the mom, maybe.
Could have been.
From grandma.
I got very little words tonight. I'm just sitting over here. What the hell? Who does this?
Idiots. Yeah. Please don't put out my kid's missing picture, my missing kid's picture and name. Please don't do that. What the hell?
Yeah,
almost like he doesn't want him found.
I think this goes back to Tony talking shit to him too while he was in the hospital.
What do you mean?
You know, like going over the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? Because that would have been about the time this happened, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 weeks ago he said he got it from what's her face. So yeah.
This attorney knows nothing about defamation, slander, libel. It's not even her lane. Seth, what are you doing, Seth? I understand your son is missing, but you have made the most irrational decisions humanly possible since this tragedy has happened. Every week it's something new with Seth Rogers. It literally is. I don't know what's going to be next. Oh, by the way, he was asking T-Rev for a gun, which is a crime. So Robin Rogers, she sent me way back on the tip line. She responded. I edited out. I'm not going to show her email. Questions and comments. We have a tip line. She goes, I am Sebastian's grandmother. You can contact me. She first initiates contact in March 19th. So this is, February 26th. Talk about 3 weeks into it. We were very nice to her. We responded. Very nice. I'll show you the response. This is the response. This is a response to her. Hi, Robin. I replied to your message earlier, but wanted to send an email directly in case you missed my reply. Thank you for reaching out. I'd love to have you on to help spread more awareness about Sebastian's case and hear your insight about the investigation so far. I've been surprised to hear that there are still locals who do not know about Sebastian's case. Thank you, JLR. So that was my response to it. Hey, come on, JLR Investigates, or share some insight that we can help. And that's what you do, right? That's what you're supposed to do. How can we help? How can we help you bring awareness? So she responds. She says, Robin Rogers responds, I'm sorry I missed you. I've been following you on YouTube. I appreciate that you're keeping it real. I only go on channels with my son's approval and if he has already spoken out with them. I think you need to look into Katie's background. She made a lot of false accusations against my son that ended up being invalid. I was Sebastian's confidant. He spoke to me at least twice a month and sometimes more. I am so sick of hearing Christopher Proudfoot's voice. That's voice. If he wasn't there, why is he commenting? He is demanding, belligerent, narcissist, materialistic, and a bully. I don't think he lets her talk because I think he's afraid she'll say something that she should. If you let me know what time your post is going to be in the morning, I will try to be in the room. Just let me know. I can talk to you off the record, but until Seth says otherwise, it has to be off the record. Thanks for contacting me. So we're responding back. So she's pretty much saying Katie, right? She's pretty much saying Katie. So let's go on. She says all that. She says all that. And then 8 days later, we get this. 8 days later, we get this. And no other contact. 8 days later, March 27th. This is Sebastian's grandmother. Please stop. You have lost sight of what we are trying to do. We are trying to find Sebastian. It's not about the Proudforts or what they make or what they have or where they're at. Your actions are now impeding the search. Lay off of the United Cajun Navy. We have vetted them. Your statements about them is pure nonsense and lies. Because of your statements, accusations, volunteers have dropped from hundreds to 5 2 days ago. The focus must be on Sebastian and finding him. So either get on board with us and encourage volunteers to work with United Cajun Navy or get away from the search for my grandson. I'm like, what? That's crazy. She's literally telling me I got to get on board with the United Cajun Navy or stop searching for her grandson. This was our response to that. This was our response to that. Hello, Robin. Our only hope is for Sebastian to be found. We are investigative journalists, and our obligation is to one thing and one thing only, the truth. Your email and the way we've been treated by United Cajun Navy after devoting 100% of our time to Sebastian's case is extremely insulting. We did not even plan to get involved in any searches. Last Thursday, we were on our way to Alabama for another case when we received Seth's message asking us to come out and help raise awareness for Sebastian. So that's exactly what we did. Our videos that day are the reason that many of the volunteers showed up on Sunday. And our videos on Sunday are why even more volunteers showed up on Monday. UCN did not even show up that day after promising they would. They began making public posts disparaging our work, which was completely uncalled for, especially since we were nothing but respectful the entire time we were on location during the searches. They never even spoke to us about any issues. Then Tuesday morning, they posted the address for volunteers to come up, and I was simply sitting in my car when the UCN rep named Skip came and told me to leave and calls the police to be called. Do you understand how egregious that is for someone to call the police on journalists? It's a gross violation of the First Amendment, and that is why the public turned on them. Since that incident, our inbox has been flooded with horror stories from victims of the United Cajun Navy. So many that we can barely keep up or get through them all. They are not the reputable Cajun Navy 216. They're not even SAR certified. In fact, the entire SAR professional community has come out against them. You seem to be blaming me for their poor reputation, which is unfair. I had no dealings with them prior to Sebastian's case, so I was also shocked to learn everything I know now. Their MO is to latch on to tragedies and raise money for themselves. All of this is widely known and well documented if you do a simple Google search. I'm not sure what your vetting process was, but I really wish I had known about their reputation before I promoted them in the first place. I'm sorry that they somehow convinced your family that they're your only hope of finding Sebastian. But the fact is, they are not even certified for a case such as this. Law enforcement is working with EquiSearch for weeks. They are the ones who will ultimately solve this. We are serious journalists and we cover cases as we see fit. We will not be silenced from exposing wrongdoing, and we will not be told what we can and cannot talk about. My best advice to you and your family is to be very careful moving forward, because the last thing I want to see happen is for your family to become yet another victim of the United Cajun Navy. They are the most unprofessional organization I've ever come across. Lastly, for the first time ever, we promoted your family's Cash App on our channel, and we even posted it as a pinned comment when we had thousands of people in our live chat. I know for a fact a lot of money has been raised for your family, and it was my honor to help. You deserve all the support you can get. To receive this email from you is very disheartening, and after everything we've done to help your family find Sebastian, that is all we want. Good luck, and God bless you and your family. JLR Magnolia. So we sent that back to her, folks. Like, dude, we're there to help. She sends back a response and says, I don't know where you get your information, sir, but the Cajun Navy 216 is the one that's not reputable, not the United Cajun Navy. Okay? What she said. Oh, she goes even more here. I don't know where you get your information. And I'm not sure that most of it is credible anymore. And I don't know that I'd call you an investigative journalist. The focus needs to be on Sebastian. I don't want you following the Proudfoots, asking them things that is totally irrelevant to the situation. United Cajun Navy is very reputable. They do a lot of good. They have found a lot of people. They help with disabled people. What you're putting out is yellow journalism. How much Katie or Chris makes is irrelevant. What's in Seth and Katie's divorce is irrelevant. We as a family, the Rogers, have requested you see in to assist with the search. It has been sanctioned by Sumner County Sheriff's Department and TBI. No, it's not. Their searches were not sanctioned by Sumner County Sheriff's or TBI. They don't have to talk to you, and they can ask you to leave. This is an ongoing investigation. We don't want any evidence trampled on. We're tired of all the yellow journalism. We want our grandson found. You're not helping anymore. Maybe you should go to Alabama. So that's her thoughts. So, and again, we get that cease and desist, and we never responded back to her. And then out of the blue, we get a cease and desist from her. For people that are just jumping in, I am once again telling you to cease and desist with the use of my name. Kim Rice says, let's look at this from another angle. Seth and Chris used past tense when talking about Sebastian recently. What if Seth had news that Sebastian is gone forever and can't handle people speculating right now? Good point, Kim. Thank you for the comment. I'm trying to decrease the chaos, and you just keep perpetuating it. I think I've been fair across the board. My opinion. We call it out as it is. We call balls and strikes. We call balls and strikes. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of omitting information. There's a lot of unknowns. We're only running with what we're told by Chris, Katie, and Seth. But I can tell you, JLR Investigates will not be intimidated by anyone sending me a cease and desist when we're covering this case in good faith. We're reporting things in good faith. We don't put out purposely misinformation. We have receipts. When we comment on things. We comment based off what the people have talked about, and we will continue to do so. I don't want to get into a legal battle with the Rogers. So, please, if the Rogers are watching, I'm not interested in getting in a legal battle, but I will. If someone sends me and someone files something against me, I'm going to file something back. It's only right?
And there you have it, folks. Anybody that files anything against him, he'll be filing it back. So,
all right.
There you go.
Well, she doesn't really have a leg to stand on anyways, so.
Well, no, and I mean, Seth doesn't either, so.
No. You can't just go out
Also,
there and say, don't look for my missing kid. What?
Not her child. It's not her son. It's not her child. She has no say-so. I know it's her grandson, and I'm
Right.
sorry to sound shitty like that, but she's irrelevant right now. She's not the parent. He's not even the fucking full-time parent. Katie is.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure why in the fuck he keeps thinking he has all these rights and everybody should be listening to him and he should be the one making these choices.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because we've heard himself. Well, we've heard himself declare, I named him.
Yeah, he's my son.
My son, blah, blah, my last name, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. How dare you disrespect him like that, Voices?
Well, it seems to be I'm on a disrespecting spree today.
He might get a cease and desist too, or assist and deceased.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Shit, I'm sure by the time it's over, everybody will have one.
That's what I was just thinking. There's like, okay, I guess there ain't no party without all of us getting ceased and deceases.
Right.
Sister Stitching with the Sister said, I'm even more concerned about Seth now. Really sketch. Yeah, it's super fucking sketch. What is going on here? What in the hell is really going on here? Something's got to be going on because this ain't right. I ain't never seen no shit like this in a missing child's case.
Right. What parent would ever say, don't look for my kid? Pretty much what he's saying. Don't pass around my kid's picture. Don't pass around his name. Why would you say that? And then to go after somebody who's been doing this pro bono, that's been trying to investigate this and find your son? What is it? Because she put out in her Twitter the other day that she feels that it was a runaway situation and she's not blaming Katie and Chris anymore. Is that why? So now you want to get rid of her? Or is it because who else doesn't like her in your group?
Well, you make a great point, Cheesy, when you just said that, because look at that. On that initial contact between JLR and Seth's mother, she immediately started dirtying Katie and saying, you need to look here. Huh.
Yep.
Immediately. That's how it started off.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he's found in Texas. That's all I have to say. In my opinion. Things are just looking really suspicious to me. I don't know. I keep trying to reel myself back in, but then stupid shit like this keeps happening, and I'm trying not to blame the father of a missing child. I'm trying to have compassion for this moron, but he's making harder and harder and harder to give him compassion.
Oh, speaking of morons, the Torons have fully gone buck wild in my state. I caught them sitting on the Mineral Terrace today.
What the hell are you talking about? What's a Toron?
A Toron is a combination of a moron and a tourist, and they have gone buck wild in my state today. Lost my shit, yelled at them.
Where I lived is very touristy too, so yeah, it's a real pain in the ass.
Well, they would, if I went to their state and then decided to start, acting an ass, they would get very upset with me. The best part is wait till I show you the picture. They were laying on the mineral terrace right behind the sign that says, "Stay off the mineral terrace."
I don't think you're talking to them.
I even asked him if English was not their first language because I was going to point to the sign and show them even more and use Google Translate. Yes, ma'am. I had to leave. Equal opportunity over here. I will educate you in any way, form, or fashion. But anyway. I hate to have judgment on him, but when you take everything that he's done from the beginning, when everybody, then many people are going back to the beginning and looking at it and watching it go forward. Hang on. When you take all of that from the beginning and you go all the way back and you start at the beginning and you start looking forward and you see all of this, it makes one wonder why somebody would be acting like that. And if this is nothing but a spiral, then please go find a priest, a pastor, or a therapist that you can talk to. Because it's not helping, and it's now making you look some type of a way.
Right.
And nobody wants to be standing here looking that way at you, sir.
No.
We don't want that.
No, I don't. My morals get in the way all the time. I'm going, here, I'm doxing myself. And I shouldn't be talking like this about a father of a missing kid, Jesus Christ, I had a cam slip earlier, now I'm doxing myself.
Well, yeah, honey, baby, rule number 1 is never draw attention to the docs. Just keep rolling.
Right. Anyways.
Stop breaking rules, cheesy. See, I knew I should have made a sandwich out of you.
Right? Yeah, this anonymous thing, I don't know if it's ever going to work for me, but I'm trying.
I don't know. I just, I think it's pretty fucked up that he's trying to, get everybody to shut up and stop talking about his son and stop talking about him missing. I don't think that's going to work out very good in his favor at all.
No. Nope. Well, it makes everybody side-eye him. Like, why is he doing this,
Yeah, because I'm sure as hell side-eyeing his ass.
Right.
That's what we were just talking about, Queen. Like, nobody wants to side-eye him like that. But when you go back to the beginning and you look at it all, and now even tonight we got another piece of it because we got to hear the, original email between Robin and JLR when all of this got started the day afterwards. Not one of us wants to be looking at a missing child's parent like that. But yet here we all are because this is what he's doing, right?
Well, look at that last paragraph in what SF put in that last Twitter post about what happened a couple of weeks before he went missing. That could tie into all of this too.
Gosh, Cheesy, my brain is a little bit mush. We started that off at the beginning of class. I'm going to need you to recap for me.
Something about, let me go back and read it. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep. If you're talking to us now, we can't.
And he put, and Seth, was there a physical incident that happened 2 weeks before he went missing? Tell us about that. Something in those lines. Those aren't his exact words, but something like that.
Paraphrasing. Oh, interesting. But wait, I thought it had been determined again. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought it had been determined that he hadn't seen Sebastian in a month prior to him disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know. That was something, I don't know. I've only heard that. I don't know if that's true.
Right. Well, SF also is privy to more information than we are, just because of his own business that he's in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
So what's going on there?
Oh,
Was there an incident that? Yeah, I don't want to say too much on Queen's panel. I don't want to get her in trouble, but.
So could that be why there was a family attorney?
Mm-hmm. And could there be a reason why he would want to hide him? Or is there a reason why,
Yeah, I read between the lines.
I don't know. I mean,
it was on Pascal's, and it was 6 weeks. Thank you, guys. You guys are so good.
6 weeks? Oh, okay.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, Indian taco. Oh, yum.
Okay, so that wouldn't be anything unless, yeah, if he hadn't spent time with him.
I still keep going back to that we listened to the other day in Nonsenses about him talking about he still had behavioral issues, and he was going, we were going to try it again in a year. That just, like, what are the...
Right.
Like, you say your child has behavioral issues, but then when you are asked to describe your child, you say that he's unique.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that you don't have any problems with him when he's at your house.
Right. And he also made mention of set a reminder for your medicine. I thought you didn't allow him to take the medicine at your house.
Well, here's Terry. She's out searching the same parking lot again. Here she goes.
Oh, shit. Well, we better mark this on the list.
She's back in the same damn parking lot, doing the same bullshit. What the hell?
Oh, we're at the laundromat now. Gotta go switch our laundry. Lana K says, oh my God, that lady makes me itchy. I shouldn't laugh, but I understand
He
that.
sits and stares at this for like an hour. Oh, hold on, Magnolia. Hold on. Shit, it's crazy that Robin violated mandatory reporting laws in both Tennessee and Texas by not reporting the abuse. Sebastian confided in her. We hopefully reminded her of that, though she dipped after that. Oh, I bet she did. I bet she was fucking pissed. She knows damn well she was wrong for that. She knows damn the fuck well she was wrong as hell for that. She shouldn't have been doing that anyways. But while you're in here, I wanted to let you know, I posted a community tab. Bullhorn Betty has accused me of working with JLR, which is absolutely not true. And it's posted on my community tab. If he has any questions, he's welcome to reach out, even though I know he's got me blocked 10 ways to Sunday. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, and I'm sure she's pissed, but you know what? She should have been reported. She's a mandated reporter. She should have been reporting, period. If he was confiding in her and things like that, he didn't even have to know she was reporting. She's like, why? I didn't tell anybody because here's the same parking lot she's sitting in. Again, same one. Look.
She didn't tell anybody because she said that Sebastian wouldn't confide in her again.
Yeah, bullshit. Well, you know what? He didn't even have to fucking know. He didn't have to know that was going on. Bullshit. He didn't have to know. He didn't have to know she told anybody. Peggy, you're up here. What's up?
I just have a question. I've been trying for 2 days to get an answer. I heard on another.
I can try to help.
Okay. I heard on another panel something about there's like a 30-minute window that it took Seth to get to his car the day that he got the call about Sebastian going missing. Does anybody know anything about that?
Yeah, that was on Nonsense's channel. I never did hear the whole thing though. I ended up having to shut it off and go somewhere. There was like a time discrepancy of when he, in 2 different stories, he told 2 different times, I think it was, or something like that.
Okay.
But it's back on Nonsense's channel. I want to say, I think it was like the first one.
All right.
That when she starts going back, I think she talks about it in the first one, I think.
Okay, and the other question I have is, does anybody remember when they first started doing interviews, Seth made a strange comment about, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the whole thing, but it had something to do with like he knew where Seth was, but he didn't have the resources, or maybe he didn't have the funding to get him back.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I don't know what that meant.
That was at the same time as the Cajun Navy phone call was put out about, but it wasn't really about Sebastian. It was about somebody else's son who had the oil rig that had collapsed.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll go back and try to catch that about the discrepancy in the time. There was one other thing I wanted to ask. Gosh darn it. It's been in my head for 2 days and now I can't remember what it was. Oh.
Well.
That's what's bad about getting old.
I'm not. Listen, they were all. I mean, he said that. Yes, he said that. I was giving the backstory as to what was going on at the same time. But Seth did say that. I've seen, we played a clip of it the other night of him saying that.
Yeah, because that just struck me.
No, he said it. He said it.
Yeah, he said it.
Because that just struck me odd when all of a sudden he's sending these notices out to everybody, and he pushed away anybody that I think had any credibility to look for his son and brought in all these shady characters. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, he said that, and now he's doing this? So
Crime,
now
Lies, and Lines. Right. Crime, Lies, and Lines. It was that one. Yeah.
Because like I said, I've been sitting on the fence because nobody's been cleared yet, so I'm on the fence. But I got to tell you, I'm just looking at him so sideways that my neck is starting to hurt. And I'm like, I just don't. And I think I asked you all the last time I talked to you was, could his hate for Katie be much stronger than his love for his son? That he would put it first and go after her to make her be in pain like this?
Honey, at this point, anything is possible.
And now hearing about, so I'm sorry.
No, I don't even begin to try to know how, he thinks. Nothing he's doing seems reasonable at this point, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and then, like I said, you throw in his mother, who says these things about Katie, so it sounds to me like she has a dislike for Katie, but that brings me back to, a mother and son's bond. Would she do anything for the son? Which makes me start looking at her funny, You know what I'm saying? Are they involved in this?
Well, you see how much Seth is so pissed off at Katie still from when he said she ruined their life, ruined his life. And I'm sure the mother is Seth's mother is probably pissed off about that too because, Katie hurt her baby boy.
Right.
My mother-in-law was like that. If I would have ever done anything like that to my husband, I'd have been everything. I'd have been horrible.
I hear that. I hear that. But then that leads me to this question that I keep running around in my head because I'm hearing you talk about your morals, say don't do that. My question is, okay, let's just run with the gambit that Seth did have him picked up. He had him taken somewhere. They've got him safe. They're running this scenario out. And then it's time to bring Sebastian back. How does he keep, unless Sebastian is really afraid of Seth, how does he keep him from not saying, well, Dad had me go over here, and that's where I've been?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Because that's the only thing that I sat here today and said, but unless he is really afraid of Seth, and I go back to, you made him watch this video game when he was just a little boy, and this is what a beatdown looks like. And I don't know what went on in that house when they were alone. So I'm sitting here saying to myself, could he be that afraid of his dad that if his dad said, look, I'm going to let you go home, but you can't say a damn word about where you've been or who had you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see that happening with I don't see that happening with an autistic kid because autistic kids like things just so, and they like rules and they like structure, and the majority of them, not everyone, but yeah. So I don't see that happening unless somebody. I don't know. I don't know. I keep going back and forth, but unless he had a stranger take him, I don't know. But I'm not saying that's what he did. I'm just saying. But
that
who
would be
knows?
a huge risk. That
It would
be.
be.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be.
Well, and like I said, I've told you all before, my son is on the spectrum. He has Asperger's. And I've tried to run these scenarios in my head, and I'm thinking, I just don't know. Because they do process everything differently. They don't get as emotional as we do. And some things can set them off and they can get angry. And I had to die when I heard about that. Well, just shut them outside the door and make them knock when they calm down. I'm like, what? Who? My kid goes to his room for a half hour to an hour. We got him a weighted blanket, which he doesn't use as much now as he did when he was younger. But he would get up on the bed, put that weighted blanket on, and be in the quiet, and get himself all desensitized, and then he'd come out and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. And he's 23 now, and every once in a while he'll have a blow up, but it's like words. It's not physical. He just gets mad and he might break something, and then he'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I got to pay for that. And he does, but not physical.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen all these pictures of Seth standing next to awards. I'm not sure what the awards are for. I wish I did, but he's got the biggest smile on his face, and I'm thinking, if things were that rotten at home like Seth wants everybody to believe, that young man wouldn't be in those photos smiling. Because you can't get them to make that, they just give it. You can't get, like, okay, you got to smile for me, give us a big smile. No, he was smiling because he was proud of whatever he achieved. And to me, that shows, just like my son, he had a good relationship at home. It may have been a little chaotic at times, but that's life, But
right.
I just keep thinking, if he was being that, I don't know. I just don't think. I mean, did you see it in his eyes and everything? There's no, some kids you can look at and they have that dead look, and he just didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
But at least to me, he didn't. Maybe somebody else thinks he did, but
no, I don't think he did. And Robin Brown also said, yeah, that Katie, and I remember that Katie said that he was a great dad, and if Seth was in sports or whatever, he would be in the front row, and that's true. That's what Katie said. You're right, Robin. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I keep going back and forth because, yeah, I remember what Katie said about him being a good dad, and he always was able to take Sebastian anytime he wanted to. And so, does he really have a reason to take Sebastian away? There's too many S names here.
I know.
And then, and so, yeah, I don't know. I keep going back and forth with it. I don't know.
Well, like I said, I mean, I can see that he loved his son or loves his son.
Yes.
But on the same time, when I hear the things that come out of his mouth,
I
both
know.
regarding the mother of his child, is putting out information about Sebastian that none of us ever needed to know,
Right.
horrified me. I'm like, if you sit here and say you love your son, how could you put that information out there? Now every kid in school that he could have had a friend with is going to go, oh, he's the boy that, oh, he's the one somebody did. And that's going to follow him around now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. It just makes me go, oh my God, how could you ever have said those things and then bring the stuff out about his own ex-wife? What happened to her? I'm just sitting here going, I don't know. It's like he's a Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute he can turn and look at you and you go, oh, he's a caring, loving father. And then he turns and he's this horrible monster that just says awful things about everybody. And like you, I don't know how to take it.
Right. Well,
thank you.
Eventually, I guess we'll find out.
Well, hopefully from our lips to God's ears, that boy comes home and can tell us.
I hope so too.
But thank you, and I will go back and look at nonsense and see if I can find that and put that in perspective in my mind about why this 30 minutes might mean something. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but I appreciate y'all letting me know. Like I said, I sat in the back somewhere yesterday, and then they were like, well, it wasn't an open panel. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought the title of the show said this open panel, so I thought I'd take a chance to come up and ask that question, but
yeah,
it wasn't an open panel, so. But thank you again. I love getting my information from here because you guys tell the truth, and that means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all have a
nice
good
chatting with you.
We appreciate you coming up. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks for letting me up. Night,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Talk
Bye.
to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, ladies, it's been, I don't know, it's been kind of reckless, kind of crazy. Things have been a little crazy with this case, and it just seems to be getting worse and worse as it goes.
It does. That's why my mind just keeps going back and forth. I have no clue. I sit here and talk, but I really have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't want to ever experience something like they have on here. I just, if anything ever happens, I do not want to go to YouTube.
No.
It's like the worst place to go to.
Oh God, no.
Walking into the belly of the beast willingly.
Right.
Well, ladies, I appreciate you girls coming up. It's 12:30 here, and I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna get off of here for tonight. But I will see y'all in the morning time.
Well, thanks for having me. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for coming up, baby. Thank you, Voices, for hanging out.
You're welcome, love. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, good night. Good night, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And as always, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Good night, y'all.